Hi, guys. Welcome to the Power Network. I'm Amy. Today, we've got a creator panel for you, something a little different. And we're breaking down the HTC CrimeCon chaos because, listen, Linda, with all the noise, all the drama, all the we've got receipts energy, has Christina actually come with the receipts? Or is this just another round of waiting, wondering, and watching the story kind of shift? And the bigger question, did Christina actually outsmart the three people who swear they're the smartest ones in the room? The hidden true crime trio, Dr. John, Lauren, and Grayson? Did she clock all three of them with nothing more than a pair of Meta glasses and a little common sense? Well, we're talking what happened, what was recorded, and what it means going forward with creators who aren't afraid to call it exactly how it is. We have Into the Weeds podcast with us. We have maybe a few other creators joining us. I'm not sure, but Into the Weeds is in the green room and they're ready to go. Shout out to my dragonflies, my replay crew, and everyone drifting in from the algorithm. Stick around. I'm rolling those Parawomen Radio on the Power Network credits.
Cavaliers drumming his old. Cavaliers drumming his old guitar again. Words rolling out into our fire. If heaven had wings, I would steal them and fly away with you for a while. Hearing the essence of gratitude, your dreamy little smile on my lips. I miss my cue, but baby, I had you. Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the
Here in the essence of gratitude on this Saturday, I get to hang out with my power crew and I get to hang out with two of my favorite content creators. I'm going to go ahead and bring them right up. I've got Laura and Amber from Into the Weeds podcast. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you two doing?
Pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
So, what do you think about all this?
Well, Alora is just now coming into all of this, so
I'm just figuring it out, even though I was there.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
very interested to. Well, I've seen the video that she released, but I'm very interested to see what else comes out.
Yeah, me too. I've watched bits and pieces of it, but I purposely didn't watch it in its entirety so I can kind of get like a initial feeling with everybody else here. Although I bet you a lot of people have already seen it, because Jays for Justice did a live on it yesterday, and we're gonna look a lot of from her channel. But let's say hi to everybody in chat really quick.
Yeah.
I hope someone brings the tea. Yeah, me too, just me. Hopefully
Yeah.
it's
It's right here.
I have put my thumbs up. Thank you, Anderson Gustav. I love that name. Who else is here? We've got Graham 3878. I think she did outsmart them. I think she might have. That's Alora. Getting greetings from Cameron, North Carolina. Hello. Hi, everyone. So I'm going to get my hello, everyone, in chat. Everyone that's just joining us, everyone out in the outer regions. Kitty Rocks, I did see your novel that you left. So let's read a little bit because you took enough time to leave it. She says, I'm super excited. I've been alternating between you and Turtle Boy's content. I only know of you guys because of Lauren's infamous 9-hour live. This has been a roller coaster. First, I noticed a new live had begun by HTC about Lauren having a stalker, and I was startled. I think that's everybody. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh,
Oh
no,
yeah.
that's horrible," right?
Yes.
Because I didn't expect. Yeah, I didn't.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I immediately sent it to Millennial, and I was like, "They're going after her kid."
Oh yeah, that was even scarier. But now that we hear everything, it's like, and then she went on to say a lot more. And she even admitted that it was a novel. So, but thank you for taking the time to leave all of that. I did read it and I do appreciate that.
Yes.
Yes, Pinky's out. All right, let me get my screen together and then we'll take a peek at all this.
Yeah.
While I'm doing that, if we could just start the algorithm dance party that I like to do and just warm up your fingers and dance them right up to the hearts and thumbs up button. Helps us go out into the algorithm and party out there. Bring more people back. It's just a free way to help my channel out. And it's really, really appreciated. And be sure to head over to Into the Weeds podcast too. Let me show you their channel really quick. Kim is our moderator, and she will be putting their link in the chat throughout today's live. So go check them out.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Every Day with Jay is Jay for Justice's second channel. She's really gracious and doesn't mind when other people use her content. And there is a other channel that came out with these meta glasses, and she went through yesterday and did a 2 hour 51-minute live. This is the channel that did the live. It's and everything that we watch and view during today's show, I will put down in the YouTube show links. We do this to cite our sources and for fair use. We'll stop and start things and won't read everything in its entirety, but if you want it, it's there. And that's where you can find it. So this is I think it's an Australian channel, and it's Hella AU Excited Utterance. And they came out with the CrimeCon video.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at their channel. And then Jay was good enough to just clip all of her stuff from yesterday, and she put it into one video, and it's Christina's evidence recordings of Lauren and Grayson at CrimeCon. But before we go into this, I thought it might be important to first talk about the meta glasses and what they are, because maybe not everybody knows what meta glasses are, right? Yeah. Because I had to kind of look them up and see exactly what they were. And,
I thought about buying some when they first came out.
It's pretty smart. I mean, I think she was really smart to do this. I don't know if I would have thought to do this. Would you have?
I may have. Yeah.
I think maybe you would have. Actually, now that I think about it.
Now, I wish I had done something like that whenever I had my incident in the court system.
Chillicothe?
In Chillicothe, yeah.
Well, we couldn't bring anything into the court.
No, but even just having something on me, like in the hotel.
The hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Well, for those that don't know, maybe you could tell them what you're talking about a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So last year, June 5th, a content creator was sued by Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her family. And it was done here in the court system of Missouri. Gypsy Rose lives in Louisiana, and that content creator lived in Kentucky. But for some reason, they decided to do They
filed it in Chillicothe, but even so, when she did live in Missouri, she lived in Springfield, which is quite a ways away from Chillicothe. So that's where she was in prison. Yeah. And whenever you're a prisoner, you're not considered to be a legal resident of the state, town, anything that you're residing in. Yeah. So it ended up being kind of just a mess, and it was dismissed for
improper jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So what happened is we went over to watch that trial, to watch it go down. I'm a history nerd, And so I just wanted to go see it. And I had interviewed the person that Gypsy was suing
maybe like a week before.
like 2 weeks before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I decided to go watch it, and it ended up being a real bit of chaos. And we ended up having to fill out witness statements at the police department. And
because the scenario basically was that in the hotel lobby that we were staying in, Mike Stanfield, being Gypsy Rose's lawyer, and one of his associates happened to be staying at the same hotel. And I guess the person thought that it was a big conspiracy, but it was just kind of an accident because it was one of the nicer hotels in the area. So obviously that's where he was going to stay. So yeah,
it wasn't a big, I mean, it's not a big area.
No.
Everything's a conspiracy with that person.
Yeah,
just a little bit. And there's been more conspiracies since, but
Yeah.
the allegation was that after she sent one of her employees, which was just a friend, over to interview them while they were just enjoying their breakfast. So it was kind of dumb anyway, but she alleged that Mike Stanfield's associate chest bumped her and assaulted her. And turns out that probably did not happen. And they both have warrants out for their arrest here for for filing false police reports. So,
and Alora and I did file police witness statements.
Good.
When we did as well, but we weren't charged.
But
this is how I came to find you too. This is how like people were jumping on this creator's bandwagon, calling you out. And I'm like, no, I don't get that vibe from them at all. And they have stayed to the same story the whole time. Yours has changed, but theirs has never changed. And I was like, no. And so I knew immediately that you guys were trustworthy.
Oh,
the only thing that changed was our perspective about the situation, because you're never going to assume that someone's lying about an assault that happened with like 11 people in a crowded hotel lobby. So
yeah, with cameras everywhere.
I wasn't down the stairs yet, but I keep saying stairs, but it's an elevator. And one time when I said stairs, she's like, I got you. I was like, no, like it's downstairs anyway. But
yeah.
Yeah, so I've dealt with my own share of interesting situations. So
the glasses would have been fun at that point.
Oh, it would have. Oh, I would have loved to have had that.
Well, I was actually thinking about this whole situation, and I feel like if you are a content creator that's gotten to at least 1K, and I'm thinking YouTube, I don't know, I'm on the other places, but not any that I could like give any like realistic experiences. But if you're a content creator and you've had like 1K and you've been on the YouTube for at least a year, I promise you're going to run across something that's just crazy. Crazy, somebody or something, and they're going to do something to you, and it's going to be very upsetting. But after that, you kind of start to realize, like, well, their opinion doesn't really even fucking matter. Like, what does it matter? I know who I am, and that's not who I am. And people are free to say whatever they want, as long as like they're not pounding on my door or emailing me, calling me repeatedly, or just showing up places. Then, what can you do?
Yeah, there is nothing you can do. And basically you just ignore it. You just don't pay attention, or you watch and you laugh, because there's nothing really else you can do,
There are some other larger content creators that have come out with their perspective on this. And if we have time, I wanted to take a peek at it. But CC Suarez came out with one yesterday, and so I really wanted to take a peek at that. And also Lauren did a live last night, and I wanted to take a peek at that.
CC, we actually met at CrimeCon when we were there, and that same creator that we're talking about sent her a cease and desist as well.
Oh, did she? At just now she did, or
no?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, I like Cece. I just can't say her last name. I can't say names very well. So anyway, let's take a look at these glasses. So these are the Meta glasses. And I actually did find a TikTok of her wearing something very similar to them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they are the Meta glasses, but this is what they look like. They're thick, and sometimes they're gray too, I've noticed, and they're black Ray-Ban style frames. They're tiny. There's a tiny camera dot on the outer corner. No light, no indicator. It looks like regular eyewear. Blends in completely.
Yep.
So this is a picture of an actual one. And what they can do, they can record high definition videos from eye level, capture clear audio, even in noisy rooms. There's auto sync footage to the phone. There's film. They film continuously without holding a device. They record police interrogations, creator interrogations, and venue chaos unnoticed. They provide stable timestamp POV footage. And so nobody knows you're recording. It looks like regular glasses. It allows natural movement through the venue. She didn't need a phone or camera. Explains why nobody saw her filming. And it captured everything hands-free. And so, in my opinion, it changes the story because it'll be time-stamped, synced. There's no memory. It's a neutral point of view, and no shape. Well, and how the police officers move around. We're going to take a look at both the police officer view and her view, and it provides receipts.
Okay.
And who knows what else she wore it to.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
People don't notice unless they're either looking for it or they're just super familiar with them and they can just like notice it. Have you ever heard of the story of the lady who got a Brazilian wax and she noticed that her waxer was wearing Meta glasses?
No.
Yeah. They can be scary sometimes. So
I bet. Nope.
Well, I guess like nowadays we're gonna have to be smarter about this kind of stuff.
you have to think about it. Everywhere you go, you could be getting recorded. So you just have to, I guess, go about your life with that. Kind of
Well,
stuff.
I've seen devices that you can take into hotel rooms and put it around the room to see if there's any devices in there, because you got to be worried about that now.
Yeah.
And the Airbnbs and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, she was a smart lady. I say that someone says about me is none of my business. Yeah, I don't really care anymore what people think about me. I used to care a lot because Gen Xers, especially, like the way you looked mattered, like in the way people perceived you and thought about you, it just mattered. But I think the world's waking up to it doesn't matter.
Thank God.
Thank God. Okay, so here is a little bit of this hella excited utterance. Is it hella Australia excited utterance or is it hella excited utterance? I don't know.
Can't see.
It just says hella AU. So
yeah, but AU means Australia, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would assume that's what it.
So does that mean when you say the title, do you say hella excited utterance or hella Australia excited utterance?
I have no idea.
Utterance here. How are you? I'm
says it.
Hey everybody, excited utterance here. How are you? I'm sorry I kept you waiting, everybody. I'm really sorry. We had a few technical issues here. Videos and presentations and just Deep Throat being a bit of a pain. Yeah, if you didn't know, Deep Throat is our investigative reporter, one of our investigative reporters here, and he's chucking a little bit of a hissy fit. He was threatening to do a 9-hour live, and I had to talk him out of it. Then he threatened to contact Brad Pitt, and I said, look, he's busy trying to get some hefty Hollywood roles, and people keep rejecting him. And so we had all those sorts of arguments, and all that coercive control going on backstage, and all that kind of stuff. So sorry. I'm really sorry to have kept you waiting, but here now, and it's been a busy day, busy couple of days in
she doesn't get into it until pretty far. she doesn't get.
Doesn't she introduce it, like say what it is? Or no?
Yeah,
I
but
thought she did it right in the beginning.
Well, okay, maybe she does. I thought it took a while for her to get into
At
it.
all.
Let me see.
Then be hanging out at the Gaylord Rockies, guarding people like Laura Mathias and her producer Grayson. You think? But no.
Okay.
Turns out.
Well, you know what we can do? I know over on Jay's channel, she introduces it right away. I've got it here. She's talking a little bit about Michigan, and then she goes right into it.
Not been keeping up. I love all my Detroit teams. Metro Detroit girl right there in Robat with 15 months over here in Cooterville. Cram it, drive safe. Kelly Mack says Lions for life. A lot of Michiganders up in here. I love it.
It's one of the reasons I like her is because I'm from Michigan too. Michigan has like real we love each other. When we find out you're from Michigan, it's like, oh, instant love.
I've never been.
I love it.
You've never been to Michigan? Wow.
No, my husband lived outside of Detroit and Detroit Beach for a long time, but no, I've never been.
Oh, I grew up in Oakland County, so like all around. Like I always say, Eminem grew up on 8 Mile, and I grew up on 9 Mile.
Yeah,
It's true.
Sure, you've heard that Christina was wearing meta glasses at CrimeCon, which I think is totally fucking badass. You're from downriver. Did not know that, Body. I never knew you were from the Mitten.
We call them river
That's
rats.
awesome.
We used to call them river rats because I was from Oakland County, and we thought we were better than everyone, so we called downriver river rats.
From what I understand, there was a big culture of like neighborhoods and you know, you didn't cross into other people's neighborhoods and stuff like that up there.
Oh, horrible. Like when I literally say I grew up on 9 Mile, 8 Mile was the border between Detroit and the rest.
Mhm.
And it was like, it was like a huge difference when you crossed over. And then there's huge communities. Like there's a Polish community in Hamtramck, and then there's Mexican town. And there's just a lot of like cultural towns too. So I guess that means that it's very not diverse.
Yeah. All kind of divided.
Yeah, all divided. But I don't know. I haven't been there in like 10 years, so it could be different, but probably not. But I know like I grew up on 9 Mile, and like the mile roads went up, and the further you went up, like the better the houses got and stuff like that. And like my family ended up over on 16 Mile, and it kept like 9 Mile wasn't the cutoff point, then 10 Mile was, and then 11 Mile, and I don't know where it is anymore, but it's getting a little more blendy.
Good.
But I'm just trying to be positive. It's probably not.
You're going to a Santa Wonderland tonight. Wow. Already? Have fun, though.
Okay, so
Former
Christina
resident-
wore meta glasses is the whole thing at the CrimeCon, and here is the footage of her wearing it, and I thought we could go in and look at it.
So we'll be there. So let's just roll through these for just a minute here. Thanks for being here. If you haven't hit the like button, now is a great time. It'll get this out in the algorithm so more people see it.
Okay. What were your guys' names? Yeah. Vovon and Raymer? Thank you guys. Thank you. We appreciate it. You guys have, I was talking to Bobby Joe's.
So this is obviously the police officer's view, and this is when they came down and after they had served it. Have you seen the new I don't know if it's been confirmed, if it's true or not, but there is a text message going around the internet from Lauren teamed up with this detective named Bobby Joe, and I'm gonna pull it up really quick for you guys. Have you seen it? She teamed up with Bobby Joe, and Bobby Joe sent out this text message to this group of law enforcement before Christina even got to CrimeCon, warning her of Christina's arrival at CrimeCon, and many believe that's the reason why there was so much increased police officers there, because they received this email.
Is it
This
marmalade?
email
No.
from Bobby Joe about if you were Lauren being stalked by Christina, and you can see here, this is from Bobby Joe Olson, and Lauren had interviewed Bobby Joe Olson right around CrimeCon time too. Like, interesting enough, they were like buddy doing interviews together, and she sent this to all of this. I don't know if somebody counted how many, but all these emails right here.
And this is the investigator on Delphi?
Yes.
Mhm.
And was she on Delphi? I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but I did watch part of this stream, but I put
It's
it
this
on
woman
2
right
point.
here.
Okay.
Whoever this woman. And so she sent out this email, and it's saying that there's a threat to true crime vendor, and it's hello worker bees. A true crime podcast host, Lauren Matthias, and her producer Grayson Yor will be attending CrimeCon September 5th through the 7th and staying at the Gaylord Hotel. Lauren has been experiencing threats from a former fangirl who has also stalked her repeatedly at court appearances and events like CrimeCon, which, I mean, that's not true.
No.
A Utah judge issued a non-contact order today, September 4th, 2025, against Christina, and then there's redacted, prohibiting her from contacting Lauren, her family, and her staff. The court order includes a stay away order, specifically mentioning other and lists 2025 CrimeCon Expo, but she hadn't received it yet. We all know that. And when she got to CrimeCon, she contacted the police and they blew her off. But this order is a direct response to the potential risk at CrimeCon. Christina spoke with a producer from another network and confirmed she was attending. Utah officers attempted to serve Christina this morning, but were informed by her husband that she had already left for the flight to Denver. It would be fair to say Christina should have knowledge of the court order, but has not been previously served. I have attached the court order that Christina needs to be served with if she attends CrimeCon. Per the order, Christina is not allowed to attend CrimeCon. Lauren informed me she would have a printed copy with her in case the officer did not have one. And then she just signs it, basically her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a huge amount of police officers there.
Absolutely. No real security measures other than them just being there, though.
Yeah.
No metal detectors or
Bag
bag
search.
checks,
Yeah.
nothing like that. So very interesting.
I think that, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Sorry. Put my eye.
I think the question too is then, if they were all just standing around there, who footed this bill?
Well, and then I saw in this stream later, it talks about Lauren saying, or somebody saying that they paid for extra security.
Did she?
I hear it somewhere because I watched this specific one that we're viewing now. I was watching it before we came live, and I didn't finish it all, and I don't know where it's at, but somewhere in there, it talks about how in one of the affidavits or something like that, they say that they incurred expenses by hiring extra security or something like that.
Oh, was it in the lawyer or was it in the burnt toast?
I don't remember now.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was just curious so I could maybe try to find it. But so there was that happened too. Oops, I'm in the wrong one.
And Alora can attest to how big the bar is there.
Oh, yeah. There's, well, just the main one that's downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty large. Very busy, very sweet staff, but they're so busy that they're not able to really check in on you.
Yeah.
Unless you seemed more important, in which case they would check in on you more.
Yeah.
And we didn't seem that important. So,
Yeah.
So we waited for about 20 minutes for our drinks.
Yeah.
But
you got to get that together and appear more important.
I know.
I know. I don't know what I need to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just seem normal.
We didn't have a group of people around us. So.
Yeah.
Well, the service there everywhere except for one of the bars, the more expensive one, all the way
more
on the right.
expensive restaurant.
That one was very attentive, but everywhere
Mhm.
else was kind of like they're kind of like snobby and
Yeah, it's funny. The more expensive restaurant, they were down to earth and very kind, and all the other ones, they were hoity-toity.
yeah, definitely.
Do you think you'll go back next year?
Well, I've already bought tickets.
Oh.
So that's what's so weird about this whole situation because, I only bought CrimeCon tickets this year because it was happening in Denver, and that's where Military Broadcast Radio is based out of.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like, oh, well, it's just going to be down the street from the studio. So
Why not?
why not?
Yeah.
And so I just did it on a fluke and then presented, the things that I presented there. And I didn't participate. We didn't participate in any of the goings on.
No,
All we
not
did was
really.
stayed at our booth basically and talk to people coming to our booth. So, but I decided we're going to go next year. And so I bought my tickets and
It's in Vegas.
yeah, it's
so
in
that'll be cool.
Vegas and it's right around my husband and son's birthday. So I was like, well, let's just make it a whole family vacation.
When is it? When is it?
May 29th of next year.
Oh, so it's in the spring.
Yeah.
They switched it up a little bit.
So, so I've bought my tickets, my hotel, stay has already been paid for. I was
Wow.
looking for, airline tickets today and, it's really expensive. So we may drive, but, it's just, now I'm thinking it's like, wow, I'm really going to have to pay attention because we're not going to have a booth unless we're picked for Creator Row or whatever, but I highly doubt we'll get picked.
No.
And,
What is
so it's where different podcasts or true crime shows are highlighted. And so like Crime Weekly with Stephanie and Derek, they had a booth and so they would come when it was meet and greet time. They would hang out at the booth, or I think Derek hung out at the booth a little bit more.
People didn't line up to see Derek as much as they did to Stephanie, which is so funny because he's more famous in a more mainstream way. It was funny, but I met him. He was real cool.
Yeah. So so I didn't really experience the whole thing. So this next year I'm going with the express purpose to experience the whole thing, to see what it's really all about. And I'm going to be taking notes.
It'll be interesting. Are you going to have your glasses on?
No.
No, definitely not.
I do wear glasses though. So if you see me in glasses,
it was the James Craig trial. That's what it was that Bobby Joe was involved in. I knew it was something different, but I couldn't think of the name. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Mallory. Yeah, I want to go. I actually have talked to other content creators and we've talked about like getting a hotel room together and just, going in and just because I couldn't afford it by myself. Right. So I think it would be really fun to just go. And especially now after covering this and like really like paying attention to what's going on. And I don't know.
I am definitely going to be paying attention. Now, I didn't buy the premium tickets or anything like that. I just bought the base tickets and I don't think I would ever really pay that unless there was something specific I was doing that I needed to do that.
It's like I like the idea of going to like the award show or something like that, but something about paying, not that I'm not saying anything negative about anybody who does pay that premium price for this. But personally speaking, not that I have the money, but if I did have the money in a perfect world, something feels weird about paying a lot of money for like a true crime fan experience to be like behind the scenes and be able to, be in these lounges away from everybody else. It just feels like, I don't know, it just feels tone deaf a little bit. I almost want to say.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like it was like, well, so we weren't actually involved in anything other than the showroom floor. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that was exploitative at all. But yeah, it'll be interesting to look at it from a different lens this time.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't know it was actually going on, so you could have been like wearing your meta glasses yourself.
Well, and Laura and I contemplated every night going back to the bar later on because we didn't stay at that hotel. So we had contemplated going back to the bar just to kind of hang out, to just kind of see what was, happening around, because that's kind of where everybody congregated. But we were so exhausted just from talking to everybody all day long that there was no way that we even made it. We would go after the closing session or whatever and have a drink and then go to our hotel.
Yeah, but this year we'll be in the actual Caesar's Palace is where it's happening.
Yeah.
We'll be in Caesar's Palace, so and we won't be losing our voices from talking all day, so we might be able to go back later. Plus it's Vegas, so
Yeah.
city that never oh wait, no, that's
Well,
Vegas.
plus you could maybe even try to find some crimes in Vegas to investigate, or some paranormal spots and do some, just do some fun stuff. That's what I want to do. Like wherever I go, whatever city, I want to find the paranormal place and where a true crime happened.
Yeah, we want to go to Zach Baggins Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do there. I'll actually plan this time.
Yeah,
I have a Zach Baggins kind of story.
Oh, really?
Okay, let's
Yeah. When I first, it's not very exciting. When I first started working in the paranormal, I was also doing acting, and I was taking acting classes and going to auditions and stuff. And I met this actress, and she was like, "Oh, there's this new guy, Zach Baggins, and he's into acting in the paranormal too, and you should contact him." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she, like, every time I saw him, she was like forcing, like, that kind of like, "Did you contact him? Did you contact him?" Finally, I contacted him, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, cool." And that was about it. I didn't get anything else.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There's a comment here that says, "That's also why I know Lauren could have gone back to her hotel room. She booked her ticket last minute. I don't think she had a room in hotel. She had to have been staying somewhere down the street." Yeah, I mean, those hotel rooms were booked up months in advance. So
she was probably staying with one of her CrimeCon friends.
Yeah, she had to have been staying with one of her friends or offsite.
Mhm.
So
there were a lot of satellite hotels that were kind of like connected to the whole thing, but it was quite a drive.
Yeah.
Or not quite a drive, but a drive.
Mm-hmm.
Is Grayson holding a sign? No, she put up the letter that the Bobby Joe sent out. So let's move it forward. And this is where she's wearing the glasses.
She's gonna follow me there. I don't think she's gonna follow. Everyone will follow me there. She'll follow me there. I know. So that's my point. It's like, I'm in a lose-lose situation. Well, and when it comes to these restraining orders, I'm not going to lie. It is, like, the burden does fall on you a lot, right? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's... Until you can get back to a conversation with a judge back in Utah.
I have a question, though. Does she have the glasses on her head or something? Because why are we seeing the top of the...
That's what I think she had done, was place them on top of her head while she was speaking to the police officer here. That's the only thing I could think of. Because I mean, that roof goes
looking up like that.
Yeah, that roof goes way high, so she'd be looking way up.
Talking to a police officer like that. A little neurodivergency.
Oh. Thank you for being kind. I already love you guys. 24 years in law enforcement, there ain't no need to get worked up about. I already loved you guys before, you did the Jim Craig and Aurora. But the level of respect I have for how you handled it. Thank you. I try to acknowledge that with, especially police officers, because are awesome. Okay, I feel like you're gonna. I'm not saying this because of you. I'm saying she's gonna get you guys to arrest you eventually. Well, I will tell you, if you walk away, I go home tonight. Right? Yeah. I'm not here all night. Today's my day. Yeah. I'm not. If I believe that you're gonna be cooperative and things like that. Yeah. But so I that's why I made sure I came down. There's no one here. I'm here.
And you're well within your rights.
Yeah.
But based on the way Colorado interprets those, and I haven't read it all, I'll be honest with you. I know it exists. If you want me to read it, I think I have a copy of it in an email or something.
Yeah, no, I would love that just because
But
I know that she's going to have me arrested no matter what.
well, and I'm trying to.
Oh, and we know she tried. She tried to get her arrested and with an ankle.
And when I hear Christina talk to the police officer versus Lauren talk to the police officer, I actually feel like earlier she was saying they're gonna follow me, and I felt like she was actually being genuine. She actually feels like, these people are going to follow me. You need to be aware this is what's going on. So I think she was taking it very seriously, and I'm glad she was doing this.
Me too. Excited utterance. This is
Yeah, no, I know. So
this is coming from your channel. And this was a clip that is over on Jay's for Justice's channel, her Everyday with Jay. I know she wants to, I saw yesterday, she would love, you probably know this already, but she would love, I would too, love to do a live with you. You guys are great. So you're funny. We had somebody from Australia on just the other day, Brain Goes Zoom with Sin.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where it's coming from, you. And we will put your links and everything else down in our YouTube show notes. We do that for everything we view during our lives. Thank you for bringing this information to us.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. So I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was just talking about how, it seemed like she was genuinely concerned that people were following her. And I felt in her voice and the way that she was phrasing everything, it wasn't like, I feel unsafe, or where Lauren kind of makes blanket statements like, she's trying to say it for a specific reason. Whereas when I'm listening to Christina talk to this officer, it feels like, it's a genuine conversation. She's like, they're going to follow me. I know they're going to follow me. So that's all I was saying.
Well, if you're interested, you could come up now and introduce the clips. She's saying that she hasn't posted them individually, but I believe that it was from her live. She clipped them together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also that if you're interested. Yeah, I think that it was like a setup, and everybody is seeing that it's a complete setup, that she was literally following Christina around. And it's really disturbing to me that Christina is saying to this police officer, I know she's going to get me arrested. I know she's good. Like that, Christina sounded scared to me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When Lauren talks about it, she makes these statements like, I feel very unsafe right now, or something like that. And it's more of like a declarative statement to get somebody's attention, to say, hey, look at me, this is how I feel, but whereas Christina, it's more of a genuine conversation where she's like, they're going to follow me. They're going to get me arrested.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying.
No, you're good.
I want you to come out here and have a good time. I don't know the whole story. There's
I
no
don't
way
need you to know
I
the
can
story.
emotion, right?
Yeah.
And so I know I don't want to see you get this.
What happens if a person, what happens hypothetically if a person does get arrested and let's say hypothetically, I'm arrested. I've done nothing wrong, period.
You would have to have done something wrong to get arrested.
No, I mean, no, but obviously we have this form, this paper, right? We have the paper in Utah. I looked it all up because I'm like, how the freak did this get approved? And you don't have to prove anything to file for one.
It is it is really easy to get that initial restraining or PPO, or I always called them PPO. I know they're called something else now, but it's very easy because if a judge were to deny it before he could even hear it all and you get killed, that would be horrible, right?
Yeah.
Or harmed,
Yeah.
so it's very easy to get them initially. And it sounds to me like when Lauren actually went in front of a judge, she kind of figured that like, this isn't going to work for me.
No, I mean, the whole thing, even the way she decided to cancel the hearing when she saw Law and Crime,
Yeah, that's wild.
it just shows that she's trying to hide something or doesn't want things to come out. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, she's a journalist. She's somebody who goes and covers other people's misery and heartache and trauma. So for her to expect to be saved from that is just hypocritical and asinine.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have accepted that I cannot go to CrimeCon, which is $2,000. I paid. I know, and I'm not saying for, but I've accepted that.
Airfare, hotel.
Exactly. I have
I saw
accepted
tickets for like $400 for the cheap end of this.
that, and I got the premium.
Okay.
Oh.
Like yeah. So you get it. So, but I have accepted that is my lot right now, and I will freaking handle it at home. But what I told you. Yeah. Can I? Yep.
So watch this.
Okay, it looks like now she's got them on fully.
Yeah. See, this is a whole bar area.
Mhm.
It's
This whole-
huge.
Yeah.
So it's completely open too.
Yeah.
Like it's right in the middle of the hotel or something.
Well, yeah, and kind of goes up, I think,
So,
too, as well.
What it is whenever you walk in, like the main entrance of the hotel, there's kind of like it's more of like a foyer. There's not really much going on. There's like a check-in desk a little bit, further down, and then if you go up, what's it called? If you go like further where you can't even see, you can get to like the convention area. But if you're just like walking in the doors, you can go down these stairs. And it's like open, like I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this. I feel like I'm just using too many words, but like you can see like everyone coming in the doors from down here.
Mhm.
So it's like open to like the next level, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you have to go up and down the stairs to get there. I'm not explaining this very well, but the entire downstairs is like a bar area, and then off to the side, oh, you can't see where I'm pointing.
I was gonna do the same thing.
But like you see where that light is, the circle light or whatever.
Mhm.
I think over there, there's like 2 different restaurants that are off to the side.
Yeah,
that are
3 actually. I think 3.
I think there's 2 side by side, and then on the other side there might be a restaurant. But I'm
3, I think, on that side.
3
And then people just kind of, these are the like, I've heard that Gigi, or was it Gigi or Anjanette Levy, were just kind of hanging out here. Is this where people were just kind of hanging out in these?
Yeah, there's couches, chairs, TV,
Fireplaces.
fireplaces, all kinds of stuff.
and then
It's
the
a-
bar goes all the way around.
Yeah,
in,
it's
like
huge.
a square. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm aware of just a
People are just
little bit of
everywhere.
what's going on.
Yeah.
But enough I'm letting you know that they're coming down here.
But I was here first.
That doesn't matter.
But they don't do that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Not in the state of Colorado.
I'd be mad.
You are the restrained party.
Okay, but question. And I'm not. I'm just. Hold on. I
want
understand.
to educate you.
Thank
because I
you.
really
Yeah.
don't
But
want-
I have a question for you two. Now, wasn't it 500 feet? Could she have been sitting in the same bar and been 500 feet away from her?
Totally. Yeah.
Totally. Wow.
100%.
Yeah. No, and the OLAP said that had to be embarrassing for her. Poor girl. She was treated like a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, being at CrimeCon and then being escorted by the police.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? That would be
No.
so
Oh my goodness.
embarrassing.
I'm
No.
surprised it didn't make bigger news at the time, because you'd think everyone would be talking, oh my goodness, did you see this person get, taken away by the police at CrimeCon?
Yeah.
Well,
we
especially
didn't hear
since she was
anything.
in the CrimeCon intro, like this video that CrimeCon put out, and she was in it.
Yeah, and the fact that she bought her tickets a year in advance, I truly believe that CrimeCon owes her an apology and a refund,
Oh, absolutely.
and they need to address the situation and tell where they stand. I mean, because they're getting a lot of bad publicity from this whole thing. Not only the fact that this happened there, but then also people now finding out that CrimeCon is connected to the Mormon Church has been interesting.
Okay, I'm trying to see. So I looked up some pictures to see if you can get like a better idea of like what this bar actually looks like. So let's see how we can do this. Oh, that didn't make it any better. Okay, so
Let me see if I can make you guys bigger. Oops, nope, it's me. Hold on. No, I didn't make it so. Okay.
So
You can probably just Google. What did you Google?
or I could say, oh, I don't have you on anything, I don't think.
I feel like Christina, I'm surprised she wasn't crying. And I give her so much credit that she stayed there and didn't let Lauren run her off, because I can't say that I wouldn't have not let Lauren run me off. I give her a lot of credit for staying.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in situations like that, and especially in such a professional setting.
Can you send that to Amy, what I just sent you?
Yeah, I can do that. In such a professional setting like that, it's
How are you sending it?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Email?
Yeah, I can send it to email.
Okay, because it's easier to grab it.
So, like, you've got Law and Crime there. You've got Ashley Banfield. You've got all of the top true crime, people there. Nancy Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a professional setting.
Yeah.
And then to have somebody who not only was put in their promotional stuff, but
I did nearly cry. She held it together.
Yeah, no, she did. But just sorry, I'm very frustrated that she was treated like this, and Laura and I never even heard anything about it.
No,
because I know you guys would have probably been there and helping her, and just by the way that Anjanette Levy didn't buy it either. It just seemed, I don't know.
I would have totally paid more attention and sussed out the situation if I had known what was going on. But I didn't. Yeah, I sent it.
Let's play a little bit more of this while I wait for it to get here, and then I'll show the picture. I think it just got here. Hold on.
Yeah, the picture that I sent you is from the perspective of being upstairs looking down on the entire bar. So you see, I'm pointing again like you can see me. But yeah, so that little square area is the actual bar, and it goes all the way around, and off to the sides are where the restaurants are and stuff like that. But that whole entire space, and you can't really even see the back of it, but you can kind of get an idea for how large it is. So I'd say if you stood on one end and someone stood on the other end,
totally doable.
It's you're not up in each other's face.
Bar itself is huge.
That's huge. And even this doesn't really do it justice for how big it really feels in person. Mm-hmm. So that's just the best angle I could find. But yeah, very large space. Not really.
And then in this video, it shows Lauren and Grayson walking past her when she's got these glasses on, and it's and they're just looking at her, and they don't look scared.
No, not at all, do they?
No.
Okay, let's get back to this. I want to take me off there so I can get the other video up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen for sure. I just guess. Hold on, can I breathe for a sec? Hold on. Please do.
And I know you traveled out here and stuff like that, and this probably wasn't what you were expecting. So I'm trying to be reasonable, professional, polite.
She, I don't even know how to phrase what I'm thinking, so I guess I need a second. So me being here for the past 2 hours doesn't matter if she wants to come down here.
Because you're the restrained party in the state of Colorado. And I know that's not what you
know. What do I do?
Oh.
This is. Hold on. I think it's clear.
I can't stand this police officer. This is the one that was when he served him, he was such a dick to her, and then he was really nice to Lauren and Grayson. I think.
Oh, it's the same one?
I think so, but maybe not.
I
Maybe
have
I'm
no
just like feeling kind of mad at them all in general for doing this to her.
Yeah.
I'm not the one who's doing the. I know. I'm not.
Just look at his face. How can you have a woman saying all this to you and you're just like, well, I don't know. I don't know.
Now, mind you, there's police officers all over
Yeah.
this place. So if something went down, they'd stop it real quick. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
To convince you. I know. I'm not trying to convince you.
I know a judge signed a piece of paper. That's.
I know. And in Utah, you don't have to prove anything. Get a paper signed, which sucks because then it's the weekend, and But.
So my question is, like, if this is going to be the bar they hang out at tonight, is a huge hotel. Is there another bar around?
She's gonna follow me there.
I don't think she's going to follow.
Everyone will follow me there. She'll follow me there. I know. So that's my point. It's like I'm in a lose-lose situation.
Well, and when it comes to these restraining orders, I'm not going to lie. It is like the burden does fall on you a lot, right? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's.
But
What he's basically saying to you is that Lauren got it first. If you had went to get the restraining order, it would be a whole different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I came. That's why I made sure, like, I came down. There's no one here. I'm here.
And you're well within your rights.
Yeah.
But based on the way Colorado interprets the rules, and I haven't read it all. I'll be honest with you. I know it exists. If you want me to read it, I think I have a copy of it in an email or something.
Grayson is right there. She just walked past me. She just walked past me. She ID'd me just now. I'm sorry, I'm recording you.
So Grayson walks by, and then Lauren walks in behind her, and then turns around and walks back by.
And they're so terrified of her.
Yeah, I mean, if I was terrified of somebody and I saw him, I'd be booking it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be coming to CrimeCon if I was so terrified.
No, I would not. I wouldn't even try to be in the same city with somebody
She wasn't
like
a speaker. There was no reason for her to be there.
No,
except to do what she's doing.
It's disappointing, and especially since it seemed like Lauren was given access, privileged access, like speaker access, because I noticed she had different badges depending on the picture she was in, and whether it was a speaker badge or just a regular
will be there
CrimeCon badge. And so not only was this going on, but she was kind of cheating the system a little bit since she wasn't a speaker.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying,
was.
yeah, she wasn't a speaker this year. Lauren wasn't, as far as I know. She wasn't on any paperwork or anything that I saw.
Well, I think Turtle Boy, and we looked at it yesterday on the speaker list. She didn't speak. She didn't do anything. There were timestamps for her, and I don't know if that meant she was the queen of the ball and was going to be walking through the ballroom or something, but she did have timestamps, but she wasn't talking. There was nothing, like, I don't know if she had to be present during those times or what, but
I never saw anything about her on any of the literature that I was given that she was there as a person involved in CrimeCon. I just thought she was there as, just another attendee, creator, or whatever. And I saw her all around, she was all over the place. So, but she was, but she was always like with 2 or 3 people. So I never stopped her or talked to her or anything like that.
Up until all this happened, I wouldn't have even recognized her.
And I recognized her because of the Gypsy Rose thing, because they covered her and Kate Marie. So.
Oh, she covered Gypsy Rose?
Yes, they did. They did an assessment on Gypsy Rose, and Dr. John said that, she was a liar, basically.
Oh, well, at least he did that. I mean, I watched him do his assessment on Sarah Boone, and it was horrible. He was like saying, well, I feel like she's grown in the years that she was the 5 years before her trial. What? She got worse. What are you saying? And then finally everyone was jumping on him. And then he got on the bandwagon and was like, yeah, she's awful towards the end. I'm like, you, sir, are horrible. I cannot watch you.
Yeah, I sent them an email with the Google Drive and everything because I wanted them to follow up on Gypsy and everything, but I never heard anything. So,
well, it seems like they've had more pressing matters going on.
yeah, it was right after CrimeCon too.
Which is the funny thing, or the crazy thing, is that like we gave out these like files to a lot of people, but since CrimeCon, which was only like 2 months ago, there have been so many like crazy world events that have happened, both in like people's lives and also just things that are happening. And like it's totally taken a back seat. Nobody cares. But you know what? It's kind of relieving that nobody cares because it's like,
I did my job. I passed out the pertinent information. I got all the information for everybody, and it's their jobs to sift through it and figure it out.
Right? I mean, yeah. And you were kind enough to share that Google Doc, and so I don't know. So, like I said yesterday, just before I went to bed, things started popping off. I did this. I put up over on the community post. Lauren was going live over on Trisha's channel to talk about Melanie Buzzards, which I think is very interesting that she's hopping on Melanie Buzzard, because isn't that another Utah based?
Yes. I don't know if it's Utah based. Is it Arizona?
Mormon? No, I thought it was Utah.
I have no idea.
Why is she jumping on Melanie Buzzard? I wonder, does it have anything to do with Mormonism? Because I find this whole Mormonism thing with her very interesting, how she will act like she's Mormon when it suits her and she's going to be interviewed for Mormon Files, but then she will act anti-Mormon when it suits her, and I fear she's going to start jumping on the anti-Mormon bandwagon and try to pick up that crowd because of all this, what's happening, because she's going to have to get into another little niche to pick up all the subs that they've lost.
Yeah, well, so I've been watching Crusha's channel, and she's going down a rabbit hole. Holy cow. I never really looked into Mormonism or, the things going on there. But I have noticed, a lot of true crime cases happening in the Mormon community or in Utah or Arizona. And so that there's an uptick in that, right? And then to realize that CrimeCon's owned by the Mormons and a bunch of other things, and it's like, okay, wait, what's going on here? And I go down rabbit holes, and I may go down this rabbit hole.
I think I'm going down the Melanie Buzzard rabbit hole too.
Well, I'm just going down the whole Mormon rabbit hole of true crime and stuff like that, because
I think it is a thing.
I really do. I really do. And so I'm just going to start paying more attention and seeing where it leads. But holy cow, I had no idea that it was a thing.
I didn't either. But I'm actually getting more and more interested in it. And actually, I've had some people talk to me. They want me to do like some more of the Lori Vallow. They've asked for the Melanie Buzzard, and also they want to know more about the Gypsy Rose case. But I quite honestly would like to talk about Gypsy Rose, but all the doxing that goes on, it frightens me. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And which is why it's so hilarious watching Lauren present all of her evidence on this 9-hour live, and there was no evidence. And I can watch a YouTuber who's discussed Gypsy Rose give me a 30-minute synopsis of the things that they've gone through, and it's way more than Lauren's ever gone through from what I've seen. And Crusha also said not just any Mormon, but Glenn Beck is like, he his money's funding it. I don't know if he owns it or whatever, but he's funding it, I guess. And then directly related to Chad Daybell and Tim Ballard preparing a people. So that just blows my mind because, okay, I went to a Christian conference years ago and I heard about Operation Underground Railroad. And so I started sending them monthly checks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. And then it was right before the Sound of Freedom or whatever came out. I started getting some weird vibes about the whole thing. And then I watched the Sound of Freedom, and
then at the end they have that call. They're like, pay for somebody else's movie ticket. Don't
Yeah.
send money to any good organizations, but pay for somebody's movie ticket.
yeah. And then I was just like, something's not right. And then stuff started coming out, and I was like, holy crap. So let me find out that I have funded something. Let me find out. And yeah. If I find that out that I funded something crazy.
Well, Tim Ballard was running really
No,
shitty
but
operations.
I want to
and
know where
sexually
that
harassing women.
I
and
know.
assaulting them.
I know. I want to know where that money.
Allegedly.
I know, but I want to know where that money that I was sending every month going to, and what was I funding? Because if I was funding something crazy, I want to know.
I'm sure.
I
you
also
would.
wonder about, how Kendall Ray used to support Thorne, and then Thorne was attached to
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton. I just wonder about that.
Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, and then Demi Moore, like way back in the day, had that video of her like in her 20s or 30s kissing like a teenage boy on the lips, like making out with him. Have you ever seen that video?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, she did that, and then all the letters of I forgot what the word is, but anyway, the letters that Mila and Ashton sent
For Danny
Masterson, like
Yeah.
standing up for his character and the fact that he was so tight with P. Diddy.
Yeah, and
I feel like Scientology and Mormonism, they're both weird, and like they kind of remind me of one another. They just they support bad things.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And my son the other day, I was listening to Crush's channel, and she was interviewing my friend Stephanie, and he's like, so are you like on the bashing Mormon train now? I'm like, no, I'm just listening. I'm trying to figure it all out. So, that's not what I'm trying to do at all. No, I'm
not
genuinely curious.
Well, I feel like a lot of times people, when you bring truth to a situation, it's not bashing, because sometimes truth is painful. Sometimes truth isn't comfortable. And so people need to learn that like sitting in truth isn't always a comfortable thing.
No, I agree. And me as a Christian and being in ministry for so long, I've seen the good and I've seen the really bad. And so sometimes you have to have really uncomfortable conversations, and you have to make really uncomfortable choices to do what's best for everybody.
Yeah.
And so, I'm
Well, I've been
frustrated.
asked to take a look at the whole Mormon situation and Lauren. So maybe we could, if Krusha is up for it, we could get her on a panel, and we could kind of take a deeper look at all of the Mormonism and Lauren and just this all in general.
Yeah, and once I start going down a rabbit hole, you see what happened with Gypsy Rose. So,
right, you're a good one to have on the side because you're good at getting all the court docs and stuff like that. So do you guys want to take a peek at Cece's video, or we could do both, or do you want to take a look at Lauren's live last night? I also have some stuff over on TikTok. We could go through Christina's. I still haven't fully gone through Christina's page. We could do that. Which are you feeling like you want to do?
Whatever you want to do. And yeah, I did see that you lived in Lake Charles, and Gypsy lived there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how I found Crusha, was through the Gypsy Rose case, because she covered
really?
Gypsy for a little bit. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, she did.
I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, you have to. It was good coverage too. But I think she probably stopped doing it for a lot of reasons, like a lot of why Gypsy Rose people did it, because it got cutthroat vicious. But I'm just guessing. What does the chat want to do? What do you want to do, Laura? I don't want to make the choice.
Let's go with you said Cece.
Yeah.
She did a video. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what she said.
Or Lauren. Okay, Cece.
No,
or we could do
Cece
both
first.
too.
And then maybe we can, if you're still feeling up to it, we can try Lauren afterwards.
Yeah, we're only an hour into this. So, all right. So this was Cece's take on this situation, which she nailed it. She really nailed it.
Name's Chelsea.
Guys, if you could be sure to give this live a thumbs up for me, consider subscribing. And if you like my content, share it to the algorithm. You can share it over to Facebook. You can share it to Instagram. Today, we're coming to you on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So hi, everyone. Let me get this up on the screen too. I didn't realize it wasn't up there.
And somebody asked if Lauren was around content creators when she was at CrimeCon. I didn't see her surrounded by any content creators that I knew. Like, I didn't even know who Grayson was. So Grayson was probably with her every time I saw her. I wasn't really paying that much attention. I just knew who she was. So
Crusha says that mine, and I think it's so funny too, when people first started talking about Crusha over on my channel, I read it as Kesha, so I was calling her Kesha, like the singer. That cracks me up still. My daughter 19 called me one day and said she posed with Jip at the Preen Lake Mall. I told her no, Ashlyn. Oh my God, no. Lessons. Oh, is she? I think I saw that picture pop up. Like, remember those pictures we were seeing of people at the mall with her?
Seen some.
Yeah.
I've seen some. Wild. I get it though, especially if you don't know like the whole lore behind her. Like, just
well, I mean,
I understand.
Most people either don't know who she is, or the people who do know who she is really truly believe the narrative of the mainstream media that she was.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people still think she's weird though. Like, even when she went to like the college campus, like everyone was like, yeah, this is so great. And then people were like roasting her online and laughing at her and making fun of her. And there were probably like a couple people there that even held a positive opinion on her, abused or not.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really matter to her. If there's one person in a room that holds the negative opinion, that's the one she's going to focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very true.
You know that. I know that. And I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. And when you...
Okay.
She's the one that we gave. Were you with me when I gave?
Or she said she framed the cease and desist.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her snarkiness.
Yeah.
She framed the cease and desist. That's funny.
To put it simply, if you are going to dish it out, you need to be able to take it. And that's why today we are talking about Lauren from Hidden True Crime.
A civil stalking injunction.
After years of dissecting other people's court cases, Lauren decided to get ahead of someone doing that to her by doing a 9-hour live stream, which was quite the emotional marathon, where she claimed that she was being stalked and harassed and that it's destroying her life and her child's peace.
In fact, it's so real life what has been going on with my family and with me for months that I decided to go to where I felt would protect me.
But if we're actually to look through said court documents, which I have read through all of them from all sides, we can actually see that it's not stalking or harassment what she's putting forth. It seems as though, in my opinion, that it's just someone talking about her on the internet like she does every day. So today we're going to dive into the hypocrisy, performative victimhood, and overall PR nightmare that was Hidden True Crime's 9-hour live stream. And we're going to go over what led up to it as well. So we're going to be going through body cam footage. We're going to be diving into the court documents as well. We are not going to be watching a 9-hour live stream. Don't you worry. It's way too long. But we are going to go through clips of it since I do have this information dictated out and I have notes on it so that you don't have to go watch that. If you want to still go for it, please. But I find this truly fascinating and exceptionally hypocritical. And I'll tell you what, if there's one thing a PR crisis needs, it's a 9-hour live stream.
I'm going to do a 9-hour live. I'm going to be like Lauren Matthias from Hidden True Crime. And I am going to do a 9-hour live because I have had a cyber stalker injunction.
My first reaction to that was, yeah, I ain't watching that. You lost.
So I got a quick question, So I didn't watch the 9-hour live stream. I have no interest. Did she get up to pee or to get any drinks, or did she just sit there for 9 hours?
I know she did once.
No, she got up a few times because I didn't watch the whole 9-hour, but I did watch the doctor. I got sucked into the Dr. John's thought experiment. I can't believe I watched all of that. I did a 5.5-hour live on that with, I was just like, I didn't think I was going to make it, but then, I mean, he kept throwing this shit out at me, but yeah, she said during that live that she got up either 2 or 3 times and Dr. John got up 1 time during his live.
I can barely do the 2 hours that we do. Like, I'm like, oh, I need to get up.
I just ran to the bathroom. I was like, in the private chat, I'm like, I gotta use it. I just got this new coffee. I wanted to tell you about. I just got this new coffee, and it's got it's vanilla bourbon, and it's made by veterans, and it was on sale at Walmart, and it's really tasty. And I've been making this butter with whipped cream and making it buttery with a little bit of honey, so it's like this buttery drink. It's really good. But I drank it just before. So
what's the brand? Is it Black Rifle?
Fireman. And it's made by veterans, because I was reading it today. I'm like, this is pretty good, but you do need to I made the mistake of not buying another just plain coffee. So now all I have is that to drink every day. And I'm not really I don't want to drink a bourbon vanilla coffee every day. It's just I made that mistake, but it's very good.
There's a Highland Grog. I really like that. I can't remember. I think it's Cameron's that makes that. It's got notes of scotch or whatever, but not scotch, Yeah. It's really good.
I do like the rifle coffee, the Black Rifle coffee, though. I do like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Lost me, girl. But I did, unfortunately, for me, because I truly don't think that I could make this video and be able to form a very educated opinion about all of this unless I watched not only the 9-hour live stream and took notes.
I want to refresh this to see if I can speed it up, because you know how YouTube's changed everything, and I'm having a hard time with speeding things up during my lives. Sometimes I notice if it's not uploaded when I click on it, then I don't know. Let me see if I can speed it up. Yeah, see, that's how I learned. If you guys are trying to speed something up and it won't let you do it, it hasn't uploaded fully. If you refresh it, it sometimes will let you.
Okay.
First reaction to that was, yeah, I ain't watching that. You lost me, girl. But I did, unfortunately, for me, because I truly don't think that I could make this video and be able to form a very educated opinion about all of this unless I watched not only the 9-hour live stream and took notes, but then also went through all of the court documents and went through all of the TikTok.
I think Grayson could have put timestamps for all of us in that 9.5-hour live. That would have been really nice.
Yeah.
Videos prior to these court proceedings that were made by the respondent in this case. Respondent, defendant, whatever, same thing. Kind of. Now, prior to watching all of this and actually going through the court documents, I only really had cliff notes of certain things that other commentary creators, not only in the true crime space, but in the social media commentary space like I am in, I really only had their cliff notes to go off of. But it was very interesting to see how split people seemed regarding this situation and their support or lack of support for it across the internet. And we're going to get into that in a second. But first and foremost, who is Lauren Matthias of Hidden True Crime? Hidden True Crime is an independent media.
So we're going to move forward because we all pretty much know who she is. I'm going to just pop it forward. Like I said, I will put the links to everything we view down in the YouTube show notes. I'm also going to go past the part where she talks about, well, no, actually I want to share that part where she shows what people are saying about this situation.
more information. So basically their opinion on it with the information they have right now. So I asked on my Instagram story, I said, give me your opinion on the hidden true crime situation. And of course said, I'm not going to provide a synopsis of what happened because I truly want to see people's understanding of the situation without being influenced by my opinions or my understanding of it. And I thought that this was a really good example. And almost everyone who responded.
I want to stop and say, yeah, I've gotten some remarks that last night she sounded weird, and somebody put in my comments that I think they used to be a hidden gem, and they said that her voice, Lauren's voice, sounded distinctly different last night. But I mean, she's probably under a lot of stress. She's brought all this stress on herself, but I don't doubt she's stressed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. I was just thinking, if all of the people involved in this are Mormon, why were they at the bar?
Yeah, can they drink now? I heard that Mormons can now drink. They can't drink coffee, like they can't drink coffee and tea, but they're able to drink energy drinks.
Odd. Yeah, because I know they have like
That's
soda
dumb.
shops and dirty sodas or like a whole thing. But I mean, I'm not that. Someone who knows a little bit more about Mormonism in the chat, let me know. Are they supposed to drink? I mean, I know some people follow certain rules, like more
It's just like
loosely than
Christians,
others.
Yeah, maybe it's just like Christians, some drink and some
But
don't.
I mean, the
But it
Bible
seems like
says-
Mormonism does it have offshoots of Christianity, like how Christianity has Lutheran, Catholic, but does Mormonism have something like that?
Well, there's the LDS and then the FDS or
FLDS, yeah.
But I don't know anything other than that. I have no clue. But I mean, the Bible, all it says is don't be a drunkard, So
Yeah.
Jesus turned water into wine.
I had a Mormon boss, very kind man. He would treat himself he would treat himself to a Pepsi a week.
Scandalous.
Yes.
Pepsi's
He
not
was
even
living on the edge. I like Pepsi better than Coke, so I get it.
I don't like either.
Oh, you don't?
Picky? No.
I haven't drank
I am
either
not
in a long
sure.
time.
Not normally.
But Pepsi with pizza, I don't know. It's just something good about it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says, Elisa Cat says alcohol is a definite no for for LDS. And I would assume they're an LDS, not FLDS, because that's like the people that do the multiple polygamy and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you watch that American Western series that came out? I can't think of it. It was just really recent. It was about the Mormons preventing people crossing across in the West, and they were doing raids, acting like they were Indians. It's a really good one, and it has a lot of Mormonism in it.
Really? No,
it's really good.
I don't really watch TV.
Oh, I watch too much.
Had this same take on it. And this person said, on the one hand, I want to give hidden true crime the benefit of the doubt because I can imagine that being a woman on the internet and also covering true crime cases, she gets a lot of messages. However, a 9-hour stream is unhinged, especially after I listened to the available court audio and it sounded like the judge slapped her down. Then she did another 3-hour live stream about it. To me, 12 hours of streaming sounded like trying to spin a story. And your child should not know the details about an online stalker. If he does, that is on you as a parent. If hidden true crime's version of events is accurate, I'm really sorry for her that she is going through that. But then why not follow through with the restraining order? If she is so afraid, why did she leave court?
I agree. I think that not only did they go to the bar crusher, I think she went to CrimeCon to carry out this thing.
And I didn't think so at first. I was like, because somebody had said, do you think she set her up, right after that 9-hour stream? And I was like, no. And I hadn't finished the entire 9-hour stream. I'd gotten like 3 hours in or something like that. I knew, she hadn't presented any evidence to me yet, but I was like, no, surely she didn't do that. But now after seeing everything, I kind of think she did too.
Wow. I think she did too.
Mm-hmm.
I for sure think she did. And I get angry about it. I think people say like, why not just let it go? But I think a situation has finally arose among creators where we've been letting things go for so long, and this is a situation that we can finally talk about, right? And I think it needs to be talked about because I think a lot of people don't know that this happens behind the scenes with content creation.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It gets pretty bad. But I think she opened her, well, I know she opened herself up to all of the discussion because of that 9-hour stream. If she hadn't done that, no one would have known what was going on.
Yeah.
And not do that. And it says also, I think it's extremely hypocritical that she is angry about court TV covering her case when that is just what they do and what she does. You cover court cases on YouTube, lady, and now you are angry that people are covering your case and you talk about other people, but no one can talk about you. And then here is an example from the Reddit.
The rules for thee and not me that Lauren has, I think, probably gone by her entire life. Like, you know, she's outraged by what you do, but it's okay for whatever she does.
Kind of reminds me of the person that got sued by Gypsy Rose. Comment on everything that everybody does, but the second anyone even like mentions you briefly, not even in a defamatory way, you send them Chat GPT cease and desist letters.
She likes her Chat GPT.
So she does. That's
and
what I hear.
3 of those creators are on the screen right now.
Yep.
Sarah Boone likes it too.
Really?
Yeah, she likes to use her Chat GPT and write to the court.
I have not followed her case at all.
She's a pistol.
It is the suitcase.
Is it the suitcase lady?
Yeah, it's the suitcase lady.
Okay, yeah, that's about as far
I've
as I
seen
know.
a few videos that reporting live from my sofa did,
I love
and
Paul.
I haven't kept up because he's done a lot of videos on her, but the little bit that I saw, she seems a little nutty for sure.
Yeah. Well, she's in court right now with her ex-husband trying to maintain her alimony. She feels like he should still pay her alimony when she's in prison for life. And yeah, so there's that.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Totally went to CC only to set Christina up to create this entire scandal of having a stalker, all to prevent text about me and my family. Yes. I don't even think these. Well, I think the texts haven't been coming out because I think they're so horrible about you guys, and that maybe it would really hurt you and other people. Because I can't think of why these texts haven't I mean, some of them have come out, but I think there's worse out there that are gonna come out. Don't you too?
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, these people have already gone through a lot, and they need to know what the person is all about. If she's truly doing those things behind the scenes, and that's just not okay. I mean, you want somebody who's going to be covering these kind of topics to be somebody that you can trust and depend on when they give you the scoop of what happened inside the courtroom or whatever happened. You know, you want to be able to trust that what they're telling you is the truth. And this has surely muddied the waters and shown a whole new side of all this.
Who says these things? I mean, I've had where one of the cases that I cover, one of the mother of the victim struck my channel for using a grave cemetery something, and I knew that I had every right to use it, and I thought about it for a month, and finally I appealed it, and then I won, and then I took the video down. I would have just taken it down if she had contacted me, but I did this all quietly. I didn't come out and cause more stress and drama for that woman. She obviously didn't want me using it. And so, you know, but just for principle, I probably shouldn't have done it. But anyway, I did it that way. But I just can't imagine causing more drama and stress onto these victims, even if they're not being necessarily nice to you. They've still gone through something, and it's scarred them, and I cannot imagine how I would be if I had to go through a tragedy like that.
No, I agree. And we've dealt with quite a few different people from, you know, the cases that we have covered, and we tried to go to the source, you know, interviewing family members and things like that. And no matter what kind of interactions I've had with anybody, I would never go to my friend and talk crap about him, because at the end of the day, they don't need to know that.
She's not even doing it with her friends. She's just doing it with everybody she meets. Like I get saying something like when this happened, to my friend, I might have vented a little bit, like this is BS and whatever, but I did it to someone safe where, like, and yeah, also I've learned my lesson. When I was getting married, I wrote this text to my mom, because my ex-husband's mom was going to help pay for some of the wedding, and my mom had already told me how much she was giving me, right? I knew up front, but she wasn't telling me how much I got. And I wrote this letter, which now I laugh about, and she laughs about too, because she's like one of my best friends now. But I wrote this letter to my mom, and I'm so glad I fixed the language on it a little bit. But this is where I learned not to write shit that you're not willing to back up. I put in the email, I'm like, first I wrote, she's being a bitch. She won't tell me how much she's giving me. And then I backspace that back. And then I put, she's being difficult. She's not telling me how much she's giving me, and it's making it difficult. And I sent it. And do you know that it went to everybody on my email list?
Yeah, I believe that. I totally believe that.
And at the time, my ex-husband, or the guy, she contacted him first, and he called me downstairs and was like, Amy, did you? And he read it, and I screamed. I was like,
and sometimes we'll get an email or a message that we feel like people need to, be alerted, that, hey, here's a red flag, or you need to understand what you're dealing with here.
Yes.
But only if it's coming from that kind of, viewpoint of, hey, let's get this nipped in the butt before somebody else gets hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate having to do that kind of stuff, because then you just never know how the person's going to take it. Are they going to think you're being the troublemaker, or are they going to take it for what it is? Right.
Well, usually you are considered the troublemaker no matter what.
Yeah.
Page, True Crime Podcasts, and this one is on the opposite end of the spectrum. The stalker is Christina on TikTok, and her entire feed consists of only...
I just want to say that I'm really tired of dealing with these people, because you can give these type of people, I've decided that this is energy vampirism. You can give them all the info, all the proof, and they'll say, well, I side with Lauren. Like, okay. Then I'm not, you're just trying to get a rise out of me. And no matter what I say to you, it's never going to change your mind. So I've stopped with these kind of people. It's just energy vampirism.
Yes, I totally agree. And there's a lot of people out there that love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Bullying, crazed, veiled threats aimed at Lauren. That's it. She only posts junior high mean girl crap about Lauren, of whom she was friends with for a year or less. Can you imagine a grown woman with kids spending her time posting only about a person that hurt her feelings? Her goal is to spread awareness. WTF, she's manic, unhinged. I'd be fearful too. Happy, stable people don't ever do this kind of ish. Ever, ever, ever. By the way, she says be kind to everyone often, as she's posting disturbing content about one person. It's beyond crazy. This chick needs help. Lauren is right to watch out for this disturbed chick. And in response to that, another user said, agreed, this behavior is wild and way beyond normal. I don't care who hurt her feelings. This person is fixated to be so obsessive that you violate a no contact order multiple times, create and run social media accounts that you post to daily, and have the audacity to reach out to professional contacts. It seems more serious than someone who's just immature, butthurt, and has a little bit too much time on their hands. It seems like this person has some serious mental health issues that could make her dangerous to herself or others. Now, per usual, it seems like the potential gap between those very differing opinions there is lack of information. So we're going to put out all the information. We're going to go through everything in the order of which it happened, with receipts, with video clips, with court documents. Y'all know I love court documents, courtroom audio, etc. And also going through and comparing the statements and declarations from multiple parties in timeline format. I was trying to figure out the best way to do this, but when I was looking through everything, I felt like I kept having to go back in time. So I really think being able to do this in a timeline format is going to be more comprehensive for you, the viewer. But also, yes, this did take a long time. So please.
She did do a good job at putting the video together. So let's move
Yeah,
it
she did.
forward and let's look at that. But I don't know where her ad is.
That if someone was showing or trying to get a restraining order against someone for like bullying, harassment, all that, that they would show every little thing, right? Every little thing to make sure that this goes
And
through.
I thought we were going to get every little thing when she held up that stack of papers, but we didn't get it.
9 hours and nothing came out.
Nothing. Nothing.
Instead of referencing a trending song that someone used in a TikTok video. Now, per Christina's declaration, she says that she met Lauren Matthias in April 2024. She says that they communicated regularly for several months and even became friends. Around the same time, Christina also became friends with women who were already friends with Lauren for the year prior. And their names are Lindsay and Lori. And then there was another friend named Janice. In Christina's declaration, she goes on to state that she communicated and traveled with Lauren to events from April 2024 to winter 2024. And she also says that Lauren had invited her to her home while Christina was on a work trip in Las Vegas. And then also Lauren invited Christina and her family to her home.
I think that was when Christina actually visited Lauren's home, but she was invited.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only time. And she was invited, or the only time since she was invited.
To swim in her pool while they were driving from Utah to California. By January 2025, her friendship with Lauren began to fade and they talked less frequently. Christina had done some graphic design work for Lauren and her husband's businesses at a discounted price and sent Lauren a final invoice in March of 2025. She says that at that point, they were no longer communicating as friends. On April 9th, 2025, Christina states that she saw Lauren at the courthouse in Maricopa County, Arizona. Lauren ran towards her with her arms waving in the air and signaling that she wanted a hug. And they hugged, and Christina claims that she stated to Lauren that she had read some negative statements that Lauren had made about Christina and about other people that they were both friends with. Lauren said that she wanted to talk about it right then and there since her assistant was not at her side, and she allegedly acknowledged that some of the negative statements that Christina said were true, and she admitted to them and justified them. And then Christina admits that she recorded the conversation with Lauren since Lauren does not always accurately represent verbal conversations. Christina continues in her declaration to explain that Lauren Matthias exchanged several texts with her regarding accusations and demands, and says that Lauren blocked her and unblocked her multiple times, and says that Lauren's last text to her was on April 22nd, and says that Lauren demanded that Christina refrain from speaking about her publicly. On June 5th, Christina traveled to Arizona to attend a portion of the Lori Daybell trial. While seated between two friends in the waiting area, she saw Lauren wave at her, and Christina claims that she ignored her and did not respond, and says that this is another example of Lauren initiating contact with her, not the other way around. Lauren's assistant called Christina
I think this part was crazy where she was waving at her and she wanted to go sit with her, and she tried to negate it by saying, oh, well, it was a business, it was a work thing. Well, I mean, but you're trying to get it so she can't even come into the courts. So why would you sit with her?
Yeah, and those courtrooms, some of them are extremely small.
Yes.
So there's no way you're gonna be able to sit in a courtroom like that with somebody that you've got a restraining order against.
On June 10th.
She can sit in the small courtroom, but she can't sit in a large bar.
Right.
With all the police around.
Yeah, with so many police around.
2025, and then followed that up by sending a lengthy text saying that she felt sad and wanted to have a private conversation, to which Christina did not respond. Christina continues in her declaration to describe in detail different instances where she discovered how Lauren was behaving towards their mutual friends. And that includes sending cease and desists on April 11th to one of their friends. Christina also points out that regarding the incident at a restaurant in Boise at Bitter Creek Ale House, that she was not even in the country when that event occurred. However,
the Boise one confuses me, and that's one that I really want to cover because I don't understand why Christina even got pulled into it if she wasn't even there.
Well, and that's why after initially all of this stuff came out, I was so confused because it felt like there were random times where they were holding Christina accountable for things that she wasn't around for or didn't do.
I don't know how I don't understand it.
I just remember my memory is really bad and I'm working on not much sleep right now.
No.
So
But I just don't understand how they can even do that to her. How can this even be included? How can the Boise incident be included if she wasn't even there? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, no,
But
I have no idea because that was something that I was really confused about is
maybe somebody knows. Does anyone in chat understand that? I've been wanting to. Yes, at Lori's Arizona hearing, Lauren kind of did same stunt with you. Really, after she said all that, when I came out of courthouse, she flashed her camera. Oh, I think we watched this on Jay's channel at me while mumbling whether I'd want to be on camera or not before I could reply. She took it. I remember how. Oops, that's right. That covers you right up. Sorry. Remember how she was filming and she was almost going up that woman's dress? I was like, ooh, stop.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Ugh.
So it's all right for her to film other people and her to go to these trials and her to get into people's lives and all that stuff. But it's not okay for other people to figure out what's going on.
Seems like a lot of people in this true crime space are like that.
Yeah, it is.
Some worse than others.
Rules for thee and not me.
Yeah, and I just
want that t-shirt. I'm gonna make that t-shirt.
Yeah, and I just fell down the rabbit hole in true crime because I wasn't even really gonna cover it much. But since my cousin was in prison with Gypsy, it just kind of rolled into that. And it's been interesting to be somebody who's only doing my show for cognitive therapy to get back to where I used to be and to see all of this going down.
Okay. Well, I didn't know you before, but since I've met you, I've gotten better too. I was listening to some of my old stuff, but you have gotten better and better and better. Like people, if you want to get into podcasting, the only way to get better at it is just to do it. You're like, and I've just noticed that you guys are like on fire. So.
Well, thank you. We're trying.
Yeah, I'm really proud to know you guys.
Well, thank you. We're proud to know you as well.
We enjoy getting to know you also.
Even though I jump on your sentences all the time. I'm sorry, Laura. I don't know why I jump on your sentences. I think you're done and then I jump on it. I'm like, I got to get better at that.
That's how a conversation goes.
Yeah.
You should be around me in real life. I'm constantly accidentally interrupting people.
Lauren still included this in her declaration. Now, what she's referring to is a situation where in Boise for some, I want to say like some true crime event, but it was for a trial, I assume. Lauren Matthias was there with her assistant or someone, and she was sitting at a table, and there's literally recordings of this. They're like crying at the table, saying that like they're scared and that someone is going to like physically assault them. And listen, if someone's scared of someone, okay, but like it just seems strange. None of these women seem like they would get physical over something. Obviously I don't know them, but it's just not the vibe that I get from them.
I think it's really important too, like when we were seeing Christina here over at CrimeCon, I think it was like right around here when we finally see her put the glasses on.
Yeah. And there's Lauren right there.
Wait, and but there's this point where was it where she was sitting down? We could see her sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw how teeny tiny she was.
Yeah.
She was so small.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm not finding it. I don't know where it was. But Christina is just this tiny thing. I would bet like if we put Lauren and Christina, and this isn't really about, I'm not doing a looks thing at all here, but I would imagine that Lauren is much bigger than Christina. And I think that if in a fight, I don't think Lauren would lose to Christina.
It was really interesting seeing everybody in person be like, oh, that person's really tall. Oh, that person's really short. Or that person has definitely had a lot more work done than I thought they had.
What was Lauren? What's her height? How tall is she?
Oh, I didn't see her. I don't know.
She's taller than me, or at least she wore
heels or something.
Heels, and I'm 5'6.5". So yeah, and I mean she's got a slim build. She's
I'm 5'10", and one of the days I was also wearing heels. Derek was like, "Oh, you're tall."
I'm sorry. How tall did you say you were, Amber?
5'6.5".
And she's taller than you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so here is just a little idea of, I mean, she's just like a really slight kind of girl. And she doesn't strike me as being someone that attacks either. See, here's another.
Oh,
she's
okay.
definitely
So
small.
she says she's 5'6", 5'7"-ish. She looked taller probably because of her heels.
Well, anyway, like whoever said it, I agree. They don't, or Cece said, I mean, they don't strike me as women that are going to have this cat fight brawl in a bar, right?
Yeah, it's not like you're getting a couple of veterans together.
And it's CrimeCon. Like everybody's probably on their best behavior or trying to be.
Right?
I don't think either one of them want to mess up their nails. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right? Because there's probably no popping them off. They're affixed.
So I don't want to get in a fight. I don't want to get in a fight, period.
These
No,
are the
thank you.
magnetic ones. They pop off.
Oh, do you have magnetic ones? I want to try those. I
Hey,
want
they
to
work
start
really
doing my
good.
nails again. Let me see. Can I see?
Yeah, no,
Camera's right there.
yeah. I went to Sally Beauty Supply and got them. They work really well. They stay on really long. And
Your nails don't grow very fast.
No,
so they're
they don't.
staying. Mine are bad. Like a couple
Is it
days.
like the idea of lashes that, the magnetic lashes, you paint something on and then they stick onto your...
No, it's more like a Lee press-on nail that has the tacky stuff already on the nail, and you just put it in or put it on.
Thank you for sharing that, Kim. This is Into the Weeds podcast if you're interested.
We have a live in a couple hours, right?
Yep, at 7 o'clock Eastern PM tonight, we are going live to talk about
We're not 6? I thought we were 6.
6 Central.
Oh, every time you say that, it confuses me.
I know.
Because I'm like,
What time zone are you guys on?
Central.
Here it is.
We're on Central, and we're going to be going into part 2 of Amy Duggar King's book, because Mary Duggar was my Sunday school teacher for 5 years, from like 5th grade to 9th grade.
Wow.
Actually, fourth.
How are you liking the book so far?
we didn't even get through the foreword. We talked a lot. I know that's so surprising.
But we
had
had
99 minutes at 7 p.m.
Yeah, we had Millennial on, and she came from a very strict religious background, and so we were just getting her take on it as well, which I forgot to see if she was available. Probably not, because she's got...
I'm looking at this email over here, and it looks like she wasn't available today.
Yeah,
Is she in Michigan? She's in Michigan, right? Millennial?
No, Oklahoma. She
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I thought she was in Michigan. Sorry. But no, you know what? Straight Out of Context is the one that's in Michigan.
Yes. Barb.
In the beginning, I used to get them mixed up because they both have they laugh, and their ideas remind me of one another, and they're very straightforward, and so I would get them mixed up in the beginning. But people remind me of each other for some reason.
Yeah, we'll have to actually drop off at the 2-hour mark. That way I can prepare for our live.
Okay. Good to know. So, well, all right. So then do you want to finish this up, or let's go over, people have been talking about Lauren's live. So before you go, let's go in and look at some of Lauren's live.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm game for whatever.
Okay.
Hello, my darling.
Let me make sure it's on there. So Lauren went on and did a live last night on, what was this channel's name?
Web Sleuths.
And Trisha is the name of the content creator that did it.
Is this the lady that ran down John Ramsey at CrimeCon?
One ran down John Ramsey?
Yeah, somebody like ran up to him. I guess they've been messing with him for a while or something like that. I don't know. I think it's the same person, but I don't know.
I know she had her on. After she did her 9.5 hour. I think she had her on her channel.
Yeah, she did. Crusha, just go to Into the Weeds podcast, or actually Into the Weeds at mbradio.us, or you can find me on Military Broadcast Radio or mbradio.us.
We have your guys' link going through the chat too. As soon as Kim sees it, she'll put it up for you guys. Okay, so this is Trisha.
Lauren Matthias, and I couldn't wait to have Lauren on to talk about Melody Buzzard.
I actually feel like this is just another person that she's using, you know.
And it looks like it is confirmed that she was the person that she hates John Ramsey, and she got a picture with him or something.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Because I remember when she had her on, she was talking about CrimeCon and how she met John Ramsey, and she wanted to shame him, but she didn't. Like, oh my gosh, why would you want to like do that? But I would want to shame Gypsy Rose if she showed up at CrimeCon. I've always wanted to get that shame bell going and be shame.
If I ran into Gypsy Rose, I would have a normal well, I don't know if I'd stay to talk to her very long, but I wouldn't say anything rude to her. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have that in me to shame somebody necessarily.
I do, but I just don't have that desire for those people.
But I will, have a real conversation. I would have a real conversation with her. And look, Military Broadcast Radio has tried to get me to interview that lady so many times, and I'm just like, nope.
Yeah. Gypsy Rose, or any of her family, or just Gypsy Rose in particular?
Gypsy.
Well,
yeah.
she would just lie. I mean,
that's what I said. And also the fact that I'm the one who released the fact about the toothbrush and the barbecue sauce and all the weird stuff. I just feel weird.
Yeah, I get that.
It just feels weird.
But I mean, I've talked to Christy one time.
I've wanted to interview Christy in the past. I would interview her because I think you could maybe get some truths out of her.
I don't know. She was kind of manipulative. Well, what it was is I went on another friend's live stream, and then she just kind of ended up popping into chat, and then she popped up on the panel and pretended she didn't really know what was going on or really how things were going, and she was fine. I had a couple drinks because I didn't realize I was even going to be getting on the live stream. So it definitely could have gone differently, but it was fine. Like she just.
But everybody thought she was drunk instead of Alora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everyone thinks Christy's drunk or on something. And it's been rumored that she was on her voice is different. So let's take a quick listen and see if she sounds any different. I haven't watched a lot of her stuff, but I did just watch this whole Sarah Boone thing. So maybe I can recognize this.
And what she thought. Lauren, it is so good to see you, my dear. We're going to keep Melody's tip line on the screen the whole time. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing
so glad. We're going to keep that tip line there.
We are. And I have I've watched your videos on Melody, and you've gone deep into it, and you know a lot about this case, and we're going to go into that tonight. And Stacy, how are you doing, my darling?
I'm doing good. You?
Good. I'm doing very, very good. Stacy and I are not drunk tonight, which we usually are. So you're very lucky, Lauren. You're very, very lucky.
Am I?
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, maybe you're not. Yeah. Maybe we're better off drunk. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, and everybody in chat, welcome. And thank you to our wonderful mods. And if you have questions for Lauren about the Melody Buzzard case, put them up and then put a couple of.
Stop it real quick. Thank you so much, Kresha, for the PayPal. No, that's not the one that you sent through. I can't find. I know you sent a question with it, or did you? I don't know.
At the bottom, she says she's still in a hotel in Utah. Can't be going good.
Is she still at the hotel in Utah? I know people said that she was there because her mom is in hospice. Is that why she's still there?
I have no idea. I know nothing about these
I
people.
wondered why. Okay, it wasn't you. I wondered why that she was at the hotel to start with to do that 9.5 hour live. That was weird.
Well, I was under the impression it was because they feared for their safety. That's what they gave off.
This is what I saw. Thank you, Zenjen, for becoming a dragonfly. Well, yeah, but then later somebody told me it was because her mom is there in hospice, but then also somebody said that she's been in hospice for a really long time. So,
yeah. Well, my mom was in hospice for a really long time too.
Oh, that was abnormal. How long your mom was in hospice?
How long was it though? Like, 'cause somebody said over 2 years.
Like,
Oh,
probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really abnormal. It was weird. She had the same she had a hole in her heart, the same one that I was born with, and they just never found hers. So
the stubborn ones take a long time to go.
Yeah. Very long time.
Question marks by it so we can be sure and see them. But basically what I gave here at the beginning was the outline of the Melody Buzzard case. We have a great discussion going on it on websleuths.com. I'll be putting that up in chat as well. But Lauren, let's kind of start at the end a little bit. Melody's mom, Ashley, was arrested for false imprisonment. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that was a moment, right? That we were like, okay, finally, it was a week ago now. She was arrested. We thought this was the moment. Police have her. Hopefully she'll be able to, maybe they'll get her to finally say something.
I actually hear a little slur.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Open up and false imprisonment. And then we had no idea. We were speculating. Was it someone on the road trip? Was it the person with the purple wig? Was it Melody herself before the kidnapping? They said it wasn't related. And then we finally got our answer. Our answer came in the form of Tyler Brewer. So I have a little dog with me here. And she
sounds like she was doing a little pre-gaming.
Yeah, it does.
Do you guys need to jump off? I don't want to keep you.
I'll jump off at the 2-hour mark.
Oh, we're not at. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're usually really calm and she's hitting the mic. And I know that animals are welcome on Web Sleuth. I'm sorry. So, but Tyler Brewer came forward. He's a paralegal. He said that he was inside Ashley Buzzard's home, and his goal was to find Melody.
Oh,
and at that moment, he states that Ashley said something to him that she seemed to regret, that she had said too much. And at that moment, she did not allow Tyler Brewer to leave the residence, that he could not immediately leave, and that there were multiple locks on the door, and that she actually got a box cutter out. So there's a weapon involved in this moment. This is according to him on his Facebook page. He wrote a post after local news came out and named him. So I understand why he would come out actually at that moment. A lot of people speculated, was this a business move? The media mentioned him. They said, this is about a guy named Tyler. So he comes out with a post, says, this is all I'm really going to say as far as this goes, but there was a box cutter involved. She wouldn't let me immediately leave. When I finally left the residence, I reported this to investigators and to police. So now we know that that is why Ashley Buzzard was put behind bars for a false imprisonment charge. Well, then what happens? She's let go. They deem her not a flight risk. We see her in court with another wig, one of the mini wigs she owns.
Right.
She
Okay, I was looking at these comments over here, and they must be heavily moderated, but I do see one saying, "Oh no, Lauren, you sound stuffy. Hope you feel better. Just tuning in to say hi."
Yeah, and I mean, it's fine to, do a stream where, you're having a drink or whatever, but they
all the time.
But they said, "Hey, we normally drink, but we're not drinking this time." And then she happens to be maybe intoxicated. So I just find that interesting that they preface that. So I don't know.
I don't think it's really my business.
Yeah.
Some people get stuffy noses when they drink. I do. When when my mom drinks, she gets blotches on her skin.
I do get alcohol flush from certain things. So, and like get really hot and sick.
But I get stuffy from eating certain foods. I'm a stuffy person.
Well, I'm stuffy all the time.
Like I'm waiting for the day when I get like like coke allegations or something because I'm always going like that. Like all day, I'm like, oh darn, she'd kill me.
Oh yeah, not happening. I would be the first one to beat her.
Maybe, Allie.
I do get Botox because I have migraines. I spent 6.5 years in bed with migraines, and the only way to get me out was using Botox. So,
but do you get it? Does it help your forehead and stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, Alora's always laughing at me. Sometimes
it's fun to make her like mildly angry right after she's done getting Botox because she just it's a funny face. Anyway, I love you, but
yeah, my kids think it's hilarious.
I don't think there's anything wrong with taking care of your skin, but when it goes too far and then you make fun of me for saying something about it, because I don't set out to make fun of people, but if there's something weird in front of my face, are you gonna shame me for saying something about what you did to your face? I don't think so, not anymore.
I will say a lot of these true crime girls look different in person.
They do. They definitely look different in person, but that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, not always a bad thing, but they definitely do.
So the filters are alive and well, huh?
Not just that.
It's just filler and stuff looks different in person than it does on the camera.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anyone being dishonest or not genuine. It's just different.
Yeah, and a lot of people are way shorter than you think they are, or way taller than you think they are. Like Colby Ryan, for instance, he's way taller than I thought he was. So,
Vinny Politan's really tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
Vinny is? I like Vinny.
He's really tall. Brian Enton apparently is like super short. I didn't see him, but everyone was saying he was like 5'4", 5'6".
I didn't see him.
He looks short to me. So
yeah. Well, we're gonna have to jump off. But yeah, we're gonna be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to go over Amy Duggar King's book, and hopefully we get into chapter 1.
Okay, I will put the link for that and make sure everybody heads over there. I'm going to continue on with this a little bit. And yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, and I'll be listening in the chat.
Okay. Bye,
Have
ladies.
a blessed day, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you,
Have a
Amy.
good one.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let me get my screen situated. I want to get this back going. All right. So to me, you guys, she sounds really, really different. Please be sure to head over to Into the Weeds, check out their site. I really do admire them, and they're really great people. They are who they, if it matters to you who you watch, if they are who they say they are, then I can promise you that they are who they say they are. So, and their content is good. They do a lot of the Gypsy Rose stuff. They got a lot of Gypsy Rose's emails from prison, and they've read them, and they've really helped expose the Gypsy Rose narrative for what it really is. So, but getting back here, to me, her voice sounds really different. I can't say if she was pre-gaming with what, but she was pre-gaming with something.
Loves her wig. She has an affinity for wigs, I guess, and including putting them on her little girl. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And now we're hearing that she's home. She's not a flight risk, which I have to be honest, that kind of blows my mind too, that the judge would think that she isn't a flight risk when she's rented a car, put on a wig, taken off, hid her identity, switched plates. How is that not a flight risk?
I don't know. I don't understand. I guess maybe they think because they've got a GPS that maybe they'll catch her. But I mean, cut that thing off, jump in a car, and you're gone, before they have a chance to even come and find you. But I don't think this is a wig. I don't think.
Right.
Stacey,
is this not a wig?
Is this a wig in court?
If it's not a
According to
wig.
the family, it's her real hair.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that.
I did ask because I was surprised, so I asked them immediately.
I've been very curious about this whole wig situation with Melanie Buzzard. Very interesting. I thought, wow, she's got some crazy hair, but then they said it was a wig, but now they're saying that this is her actual hair. It's very interesting. Are you guys, are you all interested in this Melanie Buzzard case? If I were to cover it,
Actually sent me this picture. So that day, yeah.
That this looks so fake to me, but they say this is her real hair. And the
Well,
wig that she used.
it's actually beautiful hair. I don't know why she would cover it with wigs.
I actually have been hearing that they possibly were bought, but it seems like they would have been bought in the earlier days, like during COVID, because isn't that when they like exploded?
Right.
Yeah.
So okay. I thought it was.
This is all alleged. My research for entertainment and educational purposes only. We urge you to go out there and do your own research.
Pretty to be, and she likes wigs. So I thought, she walked out and put a wig on right away. But okay, that's good to know. That's her real hair. That's who she is. Thank you for pointing that out, Stacy, and for knowing that.
Yeah, and she did put a wig on before she left the court, though, or the jail. She did.
Yeah, she put another wig on.
That one she had walking out. Her hair was different when she walked out.
Her voice sounds like very like her tongue is numb. Like when people are drunk, they sound a little slurry and their voice gets a little relaxed, and that's what it's sounding like to me
as well.
Yeah, so she's in court. She walks out of court, puts on another wig, and walks out of court. And she looked different than she looked walking in. Yeah.
My goodness. My goodness. And and then the other thing, and maybe you guys know more too. Honestly, yes, I've been investigating this. I've been writing stories and reporting at Hidden True Crime. But I want to know why she wasn't arrested within the 72-hour window.
Mm-hmm.
And that was confusing.
Let us know if you do, and we'll come check you out.
Because other mothers, where they sort of give them that threat, like 72 hours, like either produce your minor child, or be arrested. She wasn't, right? And as far as police are saying, she is not cooperating.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the FBI involved, but that 72-hour window comes and goes. But then we think, oh, hey, okay, they have her on false imprisonment. Great. Okay, that's the way they want to go. Great. And then she's released.
I don't
understand. She's not a flight risk. And still no Melody. We hear from Tyler Brewer, that witness.
So the Melanie Buzzard case is Lauren's newest case that she's following. She went on this channel's live last night, and the case refers to a 9-year-old Melody Buzzard who went missing from Lopok, California in October 2025. She was last seen on surveillance video with her mother, Ashley Buzzard, during a multi-state road trip. Melanie is still missing, and her mother has been uncooperative with the investigation. So it's another one of those cases where the kid's gone MIA and the mom's just like, I don't know where she went. So some key details. The disappearance reported. Melanie was reported missing on October 14th, 2025 by a school administrator after a prolonged absence from independent study program. The critical time frame is between October 7th and October 10th, 2025. Ashley and Melanie left California on October 7th in a rented white Chevrolet Malibu and drove as far as Nebraska, passing through Utah, Arizona, and Nevada. That must have been why we were all unsure of what state, because I think I saw the Utah footage and thought it was from Utah. Ashley returned alone to California on October 10th. The last sighting of Melody was on October 9th, 2025 on surveillance video in an area near the Colorado-Utah state line. There's surveillance footage from the car rental agency that shows both Ashley and Melody wearing wigs, which is very interesting. I was like, is that their hair? Which investigators believe was done to alter their appearance and avoid detection. Although now it looks like maybe the mom's hair, if it was long, it would actually look like the wig she was wearing. Ashley also allegedly used a false New York license plate on the rental car during the trip. She has refused to cooperate with law enforcement regarding her daughter's whereabouts. She was arrested on November 7th, 2025, on an unrelated felony charge of false imprisonment involving a man who came to her home to offer help in finding Melody. She pleaded not guilty and was released with a GPS monitor, so she's out. And there's some family concerns that Melanie's paternal family, who had not seen the girl in over 4 years due to Ashley cutting off contact, described the mother as extremely mentally unstable and have held vigils for Melody's safe return. So that's the Melanie Buzzard case. And do they do any video? They don't show any video during this live? Annoying. Here.
Developing news out of Southern California. A 9-year-old girl has been missing for weeks, and now we're learning more about the last time she was seen. Investigators in Santa Barbara County say Melody Buzzard was last seen October 7th with her mother, Ashley. A week later, school officials reported to authorities that Melody had not been in class for 2 months. When deputies went to Buzzard's home, the mother, Ashley, was there, but not Melody. We're told that Ashley's been uncooperative with investigators. The FBI believes that Ashley took Melody on a road trip to Nebraska, then stopped in Kansas earlier this month. She was photographed on October 7th at a rental car agency, and Melody was wearing what appeared to be a wig and a hooded sweatshirt. Meanwhile, this is an older photo of the missing 9-year-old. It's from 2023, but it does give us.
And the crazy thing is these people have so much hair and they were wearing these huge wigs, like crazy.
Better look at who the FBI is searching for. Anyone with information should contact authorities.
I know when I try to wear wigs when my hair is long, it's almost impossible. So the FBI and local authorities are continuing with their multi-agency search for Melody and are asking the public for any information, if they have any information. Let's go back.
Of somebody else with purple hair at a gas station in Junction, Utah, which is about 2 hours past on the way back. The Utah.
I almost can't get past. I can't hear what she's saying because I'm so like interested in her drunky voice, her drunky poo voice, allegedly.
Colorado border.
Okay.
And people have said, do you mean Grand Junction, Colorado? No, I mean Junction, Utah.
Utah. There's a place called Junction, Utah. Yeah. It's itty bitty. Yeah.
Itty bitty. And according to Criminally Obsessed podcast and KUTV, the local news, the Sinclair station in Salt Lake City that collaborates with Criminally Obsessed, their reporter Samantha Huffman went to Junction, Utah, spoke to a gas station attendant who already says that she has spoken to the FBI, who says she met Ashley, the mother, who says that when she looked out, she thought she saw a woman with purple hair in the car with her. Now that could have been Melody, right? It could have been Melody. She doesn't know. She doesn't know she's about to speak to the FBI about these people, right? We all, who knows? But let's say that's another sighting of Melody. That would be Utah. We also know that if you understand Utah geography, which I do, you do, Trisha. I know that, Stacy, you're near too. There's a slight detour. She did not take the fastest route home to California. She did this detour.
But Burnt Toast put it over on Rumble, you guys, if you're interested in seeing it. We looked at it over on Rumble yesterday on yesterday's live. Yesterday's live got mixed in. We did Sarah Boone and we watched the Dr. John analysis, but then we went more into, we talked about who paid for CrimeCon. We looked at a lawyer talking about that we probably paid for the protection at CrimeCon. And then we also went into Burnt Toast and she has it over on Rumble. And we looked at it a little bit of the live that she did that got taken down. So it's over on Rumble.
Through Panguitch, which is near a lot of national parks, Bryce Canyon, Dixie National Forest, a lot of beautiful red rock around there. And so that's a speculation as well. And then the sort of the last next known sort of stop is Prim, Nevada, which means she went through Vegas, didn't stop, through St. George. Oh, there might be a stop in St. George, Utah.
That's a good question. How soon did they know what Lauren was up to? And did they ever get bad vibes from her? because we all get them and we all get these gut feelings from people, but from day one we're raised to ignore it. I think more and more people are starting to tune more into their guts, which I'm so happy for, because we need to kind of get back to paying attention to what people do and say, and like not just how they look. Like you can be wrapped up in a really pretty package and have really pretty words to say, but your actions behind the scenes are a whole different thing, and we'll ignore all of that just because their words are pretty and they're pretty, right? So I'm just glad that we're all starting to listen to our guts again.
Then she shows up in Prim, shows up back at the car rental shop the next day without her daughter. So that sort of is narrowing in on this state of Utah, which is large. We know that Utah is a very large state and rural, and part of the massive drive home. So where in Utah, I think that's why they're believing Utah, but I don't know why Tyler Brewer thinks Utah. I don't know what Stacey. I know you're in touch with people following this closely, so maybe you know more than I do, but I'm trying to narrow it in, and that's where I am.
And Stacey, what do you know anything else?
Well, Tyler had said that Ashley said she left her in Utah with somebody and she was safe. And also, as Lauren was saying, she drove to Nebraska, but they have pictures of, she had Melody with her on her return trip to a certain point. Exactly.
I actually, when listening to them yesterday, I have never fully listened to a video or whatever. And I can't even say that yesterday I fully listened to them. I stopped like 3/4 in, because I don't really ever listen to any video when I show it on my lives. I just kind of get it all nice and juicy for you guys. And I tell you, like, it's over there in the show notes if you want to watch the rest of it or whatever. But Dr. John drove me crazy. He was so wishy-washy and couldn't make up his mind, and was saying like Sarah Boone had learned her lesson and she had good things to say. And did you pay attention to this channel? And did you say you're a doctor? Because what? And Lauren was the one saying the reasonable things, and like she stomped on one of his best answers yet, and he got all red in the face and puffed up, and I was like, oh no, she disagreed with Dr. John. But I think Lauren has this way of getting Dr. John on the page, because by the end of it, Dr. John was bashing Sarah Boone, like, she's a horrible human being. Well, Dr. John, that's not what you're saying in the very beginning. So he was saying he was trying to have empathy for her. Why were you physically trying to have empathy for someone? You either have it or you don't. One. So why are you sitting there trying to have empathy for somebody who beat a man with a bat in a suitcase, pushed him down the stairs, mocked him, stepped over him, and passed out and let him suffocate? And Lauren was like, basically said, and she was right about this. And I hate when I don't like somebody and they say something right. But she's like, basically, he was buried alive. She basically buried a man alive in her living room and watched it happen, sat back, and then went to sleep. Anyway, Dr. John, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, socked. Also, I have questions about how does their career shrink in time instead of grow in time? Like, I say that would be weird if I said, I'm Amy and my BA is in social and psych. And when I first start out, like 10 years down, I say, I have 10 years social work experience, and then keep doing it for another 20 years. And then 20 years down the road, I say, I have 5 years social experience. No, social work experience. No, it should be growing, not going down. So how does that happen? How does he have 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, and it's getting smaller? How does he have over 300, 500 evaluations, 300 evaluations, but only 300 evaluations 5 years later, and then 10 years later, you only have 200 evaluations? How does that work? It works in the upside down world, but I think people are realizing that they don't want to live in the upside down world anymore. I don't.
So
there's somebody in Utah. Now, from what I understand, her mother, her aunt, everybody believes that there's no way that Ashley would hurt Melody. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna say the bad thing.
But I have also heard that the family members have said that she's gotten weirder and weirder, like over the last 5 years. This Melody Buzzard has gotten weirder and weirder. So to me, it sounds like maybe some mental health started kicking in, because I know women, if it's schizophrenia, I know women get that at a later age than men, and that, you know, just that came to mind. But to me, I feel like why let her out of prison, right? I'm on an ankle monitor. Our system is too easy on people.
Out loud, okay?
It's either too easy or too stringent. It's like never, like, I don't know. I'm getting upset. Lauren's upsetting me. The fact that she's covering this irritates me. Let's move on. I don't think I want to watch this anymore. We listened for the voice. It's a drunky poo voice for sure. Let's go on to some fun things, some funny things, so I can lighten the mood and end this on some fun things. So let's head over to TikTok. So you guys know how when I first started watching this, I thought that Lauren reminded me of Amber Heard. Like when they were doing the Brad Pitt analogy, I was like, no. It's more like the Amber Turd, Johnny Depp. And I'm noticing more people are picking up on it too. So here is a TikTok comparing our Lauren Turd to Amber Turd. I have to take off the music because I don't want to get copyright struck. But and my dog stepped on a bee. Long climb. My dog stepped on a bee. Long climb. Yeah? Do you guys see it? I do. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat. And I also have not listened to our Law and Crime, the musical, in a while. So I want to get that one going for us. Hold on 1 second, you guys.
Hey, everyone.
I've never been more nervous for a life in my entire life. And I've done a lot of lives. And this is not a lie or a show that I ever wanted to do or ever thought I would have to do. And this has been ongoing for months, what I have been dealing with. This is not drama, hidden true crime doesn't get involved in drama. We stay very clear from that, and those of you that know us know that. So I hope that nobody calls this drama ever again. In fact, it's so real life, what has been going on with my family and with me for months, that I decided to go to where I felt would protect me. And that was the courts and legal. And I filed a civil stalking injunction. Somehow someone decided to let Law and Crime know about my civil stalking injunction. Law and Crime decided that they deserve to have cameras in the courtroom while I am explaining what my family has been going through for months. That Law and Crime I don't know, is it a slow true crime month? They thought that my family's pain should be live streamed on their trial channel. I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp, I'm not Amber Heard, I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone streaming of civil stalking injunction. Because of what Wa and Quine did, I had to dismiss my civil stalking injunction. And I find it disgusting that anyone would want to do that to me or my family. I wanted to keep this private. I wanted to keep my pain and the bullying and the abuse and the harassment and the defamation and the pain that I have been dealing with behind the scenes for months. I wanted to keep it private, not live stream to millions of people watching War and Quine. I'm gonna take back my narrative, and I'm gonna own my narrative. And I'm gonna tell you everything tonight. We're gonna go through every filing. We're gonna go through a lot. My hand has been forced. I am very uncomfortable sitting here. Do you wanna know wrath of a mother? I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp, I'm not Amber Heard, I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone streaming of civil stalking injunction. Do you want to know wrath of a mother?
Here I am.
But you always watch one Quine. Can we just call her Warren? Warren. Instead of Lauren. Warren.
Internet gold. Internet gold, I tell you. What do you guys think? What do you think about the glasses at CrimeCon? I think Christina was brilliant for wearing those. I hope that she wore them more. And I hope that these are things that she's able to use in her lawsuit. And I hope she has a lawsuit. So there, I said it. I hope Christina's doing something. What is that in her chin? Just asking. I don't know what you're talking about. Bravo, Christina. You go, girl. Yes, let's get me to 10K for Turkey's Day. Welcome to all the new subscribers, by the way, and all the new dragonflies. Thank you for being here. I think we're going to hit 9K for sure by Turkey Day. So check to see if you're subscribed. I would love to have you. Free paper plate, girl. She outsmarted by Lauren, and you know that burned. I know Lauren's probably burned that she was wearing those glasses and people didn't realize it, because we did see over here, I found a TikTok where I do believe she was wearing the glasses. I think these are the glasses. So, yeah. Very proud of her. Christina outsmarted Lauren, Grayson, and Dr. John. Because they're the trio. They're just a gruesome trio. She has a dimple in her chin, and she was trying to get rid of it, but when she cries, it looks weird. Oh, I thought you were talking about Christina's chin. I was like, I don't see anything. There might be a pimple there or something that I didn't like. That's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah, it looks like she used to have a butt chin, and she's getting rid of it. I hope she does too. I hope and YouTube and Long Quan covers it. Yes. Thank you, Kim, for moderating for me. I really do appreciate all your help. Guys, be sure to check out Into the Weeds podcast. I will put the link in the show notes for you. I love Christina. She's super cool. Hey, you guys, if you could do me a favor, I've tried to find her art page over on TikTok. If anyone has it, if you could email it to me, that would be wonderful. My email is going across the bottom of the screen right there. It's parawomanradio@gmail.com. I've tried to find it, but sometimes, I open up the fridge and can't find something and it's sitting right there in front of my face. So I wouldn't say I'm the most amazing researcher there ever was. Somebody put in one of my comments, "You're not credible," which made me laugh so hard because, like, what am I trying to be credible for? Like, what does that even mean? Credible for what? What is Lauren credible for? I mean, she was an ex-journalist. Well, I have my BA in social psych. The first few years I was a communication and psychology major, and then I switched it up to sociology, psychology the last 2 years, but I kept the heavy major emphasis in communications. I worked at the WOCR, the college radio, and did some poetry stuff. I mean, what does it even mean? What does it even mean, credibility, right? Like, I just think it's ridiculous. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a woman that has her degree in sociology that is interested in this. And what am I supposed to be credible for? So, not saying I'm not credible, but I'm just saying I am who I am. And what does it even mean to be credible at this point? Just my opinion. And I'm not trying to change your opinion. It's fascinating to me, the people that if you're not of their opinion, they must change it or they can't be friends with you. It's just crazy. But I'm not here to make you think one way or the other. But also at this point, I don't. If you think Lauren's innocent, I don't know what to say to you. Like again, I think that's a form of energy vampirism that we've been taught, that rile someone up and steal their energy and feel better about yourself, right? You're not going to rile me up anymore, because if you don't see it, I literally don't know what to say to you. So I won't. Unless you become offensive, then I'll kick you out like I did that person. Sorry, guys, I missed that person. I didn't realize they were being offensive. I instructed Kim to give warnings, but the chat's going a little faster than normal. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you. Love you right back. Christina is on YouTube. Her channel is Hey Christina. Oh, okay. She was in chat in show I was watching last night. Okay. Because I did go over to Christina's TikTok and I was like let me show you. I was kind of taking a peek at it today. Let me get it up there. I was taking a peek at it today, and this looks like it's a new video. Is it new? Because I was looking at it. No, not this one. This one? Yeah, this one was put out on 10/2. Is that 10/2 of this year? And this one says, "In my unbothered era, don't like me, cool, don't care. Heard a rumor, hear it as many times as you like. Want to walk out of my life? I'll hold the door." That's exactly how I feel. Like, I don't care what you heard about me. I mean, I'm the enemy in somebody's life. I'm the demon in somebody's life, and I'm the victim in somebody's life, and I'm, somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's friend, somebody's, nemesis. I mean, and so are you. So are you. And we need to learn it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people say about you if you're comfortable in yourself and if you walk your talk. Even if in the past you did crazy shit, if you're not doing that crazy shit anymore, acknowledge you did the crazy shit and keep it moving. Because why would you stay back in life just because somebody says something about you? That's exactly why they're doing it. So why let them have that satisfaction? I say not. I say not. I say that Christina got the best of Lauren and is continuing to get the best of Lauren. Christina called Lauren out for being a bad friend. Lauren's never probably had that happen. And we see Lauren was being a really bad friend. And it just has not gone to plan for our dear Lauren Turd. Just has not. Let me see. You're welcome. Wishing you all a great weekend. Yes. Everyone have a great weekend. I keep forgetting it's only Saturday. And I'm going to look for Christina on YouTube. Also, I'm going to contact some other content creators, Kresha and that excellent utterance, and see if I can't get something together for you guys, another creator panel. So thank you guys for being here. $10.20 is the date. Law and Crime requested for media pool. Oh. Yeah, that looked like a newer one. I mean, that was the only newer one that I noticed. But I am going to go over later today and go through her YouTube page, Christina, because, I mean, I actually, watching this CrimeCon footage with Christina and the way that she carried herself with the police officers, to me, was just spot on. Oh, here's another. Oh, we already watched that. Was spot on. I can't stand this police officer. I swear I saw him, and he was one of the ones that handed her the PPO, but maybe not. But the way her little voice starts shaking and the way she handles herself and the way that she had the balls to stay is just really admirable. I know in the very beginning I said I wouldn't want either one of these as a friend, but I'm really rethinking the way I feel about Christina. The more it comes out, the more I kind of get where she was just so frustrated with the situation. It wouldn't be how I would handle it. I wouldn't do that. But or I don't think I would, but still. I want to learn more about Christina now. So okay, you guys, I'm gonna head out for sure now, for real. Thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, I appreciate Christina too. I'm really starting, after what we watched today, I am really rethinking the way I came so harshly down on Christina, saying like I would rather not have her as a friend either, because the way she handled herself. Yeah. And you know, the way that people say like it's time to drop this, let it go. It's those are the exact same people that are saying like Christina should have just tucked her tail and went home. Like they don't see the bravery in it, but I do. I see it. And you know what else, you guys? You guys have certainly made a huge difference in my life. I've had some difficult times, and I started my YouTube career because of those difficult moments in my life. And you guys have made a huge difference in my life. And if nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I'm still going to tell you guys this. I love and appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you next time. Be sure to give this live a thumbs up and share it out into the algorithm. Thank you to Into the Weeds podcast for being here. Go check out their channel. And bye, guys.
Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.
Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out.
With you tonight, and it feels fine. Feels fine. Baby, I'm dancing with you tonight. Here in the blue, I'm dancing and falling out, hoping for some time with you.